Go.
This is Darcenovia here, and I'm going to cut to the chase.
So, first introductions, I should say. Darcenovia, introduce yourself. I am General CJG. Pretty sure people already know me, as you'll see. Okay, who's next?
I'm Inquisitor, and I am the Plinkett Slayer.
And this is the Spider-Fan Maniac, also known as the One.
Oh, it's Beta Crepe, everyone's favorite millennial prequel fanboy, especially Matt Wilkins, considering I can tell he really likes me due to my previous comments.
Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Anyway, Darcenovia, should you say what this is about?
Okay, I know those who are watching this did not expect me to do this, but we kept this top secret because we did not want anyone seeing this one coming. We wanted the fandom menace to believe they completely beaten us. And what's been going on in the past few weeks, especially as of this recording, Matt's online harassment video has actually given us more than enough, motivation and ammo to use against Matt Wilkins. I'm not afraid to being exiled completely from the Star Wars community because I already feel that. I'm not doing this to clear my name because I don't care about that. I'm doing one last attempt to showcase the kind of people Matt Wilkins is endorsing in this podcast. We're not going to do this through emotion. We're not going to do this through humor. We're going to do this through facts and logic, not emotion.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
Emotional intelligence, Matt Wilkins.
Yeah.
Just one joke out of the way, I guess we can say we're subverting their expectations.
I guess so.
Aren't we all millennials here? Whatever. Let's just continue.
Let's go.
Let's get going.
Yeah, let's just get on.
Okay. First, I think everyone should know that. Okay. Here's the thing, guys. If the expanded universe movement joins or even affiliates itself with the fandom menace, what do you think Lucasfilm and the charity organizations would say about that? Like, what do you think about that? I mean, okay, we'll show you the screen just in case. But yeah, what do you guys think they would think about that? The companies.
I think Lucasfilm would be less willing to work with us. I mean, as someone that was on Facebook in 2015, I don't know if any of you know about the spoiler jihad. That completely that completely wrecked the EU movement's image, and it took us almost 3 years to recover from that debacle.
Yeah.
And honestly, Lucasfilm will basically generalize and lump, all EU fans as being toxic.
Also, what Captain Fordo showed in his video, that Lucasfilm has tried to paint the expanding universe movement as the fandom menace, but we're not. And now, if they're going to affiliate themselves with the fandom menace, then they'll have a good excuse to explain, the EU movement is toxic because it's associating itself with the fandom menace.
AKA the same fan base that harassed Calamari Tran.
And let me talk about my point. Okay, guys, let's be honest. Who is the one that is making Star Wars content? Disney. Is there any reason why we want to associate with people that shows the least, let's say, positive behavior? We do not want to be associated with that. And we have to work with Disney. The Fandom Menace is not going to work with Disney, so we cannot afford to join forces with them. That's my point.
Okay, and I think the idea of us, being gatekeepers is absurd. I mean, how is wanting our movement to be independent and not be completely devoured by the fandom menace, how is that gatekeeping? It doesn't make sense as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been struggling for years to get people, to actually view the EU movement in a positive light. And that all that hard work is going to be turned to ash
Yeah.
I wouldn't be doing if I didn't care about the EU movement. I would not be doing this podcast.
Agreed. Agreed. So, I guess that's going to be the case for Lucasfilm and other charity organizations like the 501st, their stance on the Phantom Menace. So, I think now we should get to the actual meat of this podcast, the one that's in the title, Matt Wilkins. Yeah. So, first, I think we should go back in time and check what did Matt Wilkins think of the Phantom Menace before Ryan Kinno even came on August? What did he think? Well, we're gonna show you guys in this clips what he thought of the Phantom Menace. So roll it out.
Fine. But Phantom Menace, like I've said before, they're not our allies. They're not allies. And so if you don't like the new canon like they don't, that's fine. I feel they're a little bit more extreme. However, there could be very nice and level-headed people there. So I don't know them as well. But I don't know why they'd be attacking us. It's not like we're promoting the new Lucasfilm canon. I don't understand that. Tevia, how do you feel about people using the term SJW and everything they don't like? Yeah, I know those people. The Phantom Menace is not our friends. They're not our friends. They don't support the expanded universe. They just hate The Last Jedi, which is fine. I mean, that's fine to have that opinion, but they're not fans of the EU. They're the ones I see put that on there.
Well, there you go, guys. That's what Matt Wilkins thought of the Phantom Menace before. Specifically, how he called them not our allies, not our friends. And he even called them as not expanded universe fans, that they only want to shit on The Last Jedi. I mean, that's what they are. That's what they were.
True.
How did it change so fucking quickly?
And I know for you new viewers of Matt Wilkins, this is going to shock you that Matt Wilkins didn't think too highly of you at one point, but this is the absolute truth. You can find this on his channel.
And if he deletes it, no worries. This clip's full video and audio.
Yeah, it's like it's not like the evidence exists. It's not like it isn't out there unless he's already deleted it. You can look at his previous Q&As if you don't believe us. This isn't fake news. We've been watching his content for years. At least I have. So I know Matt Wilkins' previous stance on you guys.
Yep. And also, these clips, one of them is from April 2019. The other one, May 2019. And there's another one, yep, from June 2019. So yeah, not too far off, but also not too recent. So there is that. Indeed. So, someone has something to say, or shall we move on to the next part?
Let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's Matt Wilkins' previous stance. So now we should bring up his collaborations with Ryan Kinno. That started, the first ever was in August 22, 2019, when Matt Wilkins arrived on Ryan Kinno's channel. And they did that 1 hour and a half, I think it was 2 hours, video discussing the expanded universe. So before I say any more, I'd like you guys to say your thoughts on that.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Sure.
No. As soon as I saw the Ryan Kinno collaborating with Matt Wilkins, I noticed a problem. Now, Ryan Kinno is a Phantom Menace, obviously, and people like Matt Wilkins obviously don't know or cannot comprehend the danger of the Phantom Menace being associated with the EU movement. So we tried to warn Matt Wilkins about what kind of people they were. But as you all know, like the current situation, Matt didn't believe us, and this is what led to us doing this thing in the first place.
Okay. Our discussion with Matt Wilkins, we'll discuss it at a later time in the podcast.
Yeah.
For now, we're just discussing how it went. So he does that video with Ryan Kinno, and Okay, several of us actually thought it was going to be a one thing, considering that Matt Wilkins said that he's not really part of the Fandom Menace, even in that video, that he did with Ryan Kino, and that he doesn't really the Goldstone Millionaire. They're not the same. So we thought it was a one thing. But then Matt makes a channel update on September in which he literally promotes Ryan Kino in his channel update. When I saw that, I was like, wait, how come this is the first time that you promote another Expanded Universe channel, let alone one you just met?
You know,
What's
it's kind of weird. This guy
Yeah.
comes out of nowhere and barely does anything. And he gets invited versus there's been like a lot of people who've been around for a while who's been hard at work making Expanded Universe content, and he doesn't invite them?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jen Sarai, Evan Nova 96, Gray Jedi, there's various other people that made Expanded Universe content even before Matt Wilkins did.
Even
Those people get ignored.
Yeah, that's so freaking weird. And speaking of ignoring, then after a few days after that channel update, Matt does a podcast, a live stream podcast with Christopher Nelson, the Geek Addict, and Ryan Kino. What? That's 3 collaborations. Or 3 things that Matt's related with Ryan Kino. How is it that Ryan Kino is the outlier? Why him? Why not Tad Larkin, Grey Jedi, Eva Nova, Jen Sarai, hell, even Iron
who have done
Quister?
so much more for the Expanded Universe.
Or what about Anton? I forgot his full name. What about him?
Anton.
too?
Anton Vandelay.
It's like
Yeah.
all those people put their videos put a lot more work than any of us combined. I mean, their research, everything they've put into this community, they've done a lot more work than any of us ever could.
Yeah.
And they don't get invited in any of these streams. I mean, especially Jen Sarai, who is still active, he's in one of these Facebook groups.
Yeah, literally. And he did a recent video on, I think it was Darsana versus who? I forgot.
I think it was Vodo Siask Boss.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not saying this because I'm a fan of Jen Sarai. I do love his content, but why aren't him or Captain Fordo, who's known as Tad Larkin, why aren't they invited? Why just Ryan Kennel?
That's a very
It's
good
very
question.
suspicious to me.
What makes him so special?
Yeah, what makes it special? And another thing, if Matt Wilkins actually, as it seems, and we'll discuss that, but if he wanted more views and to be known more to the Hispanic Universe community, how about affiliating with channels that already have so many subscribers? Tad Larkin, Jen Sarai, they have many subs. Hell,
And that's
Edgar
what I think-
Slatter.
Yeah, so why did Matt Wilkins is lazy. He didn't even attempt to build a network of Star Wars channels that would have helped bring up the EU community. He didn't even try to build up a network on this site. And I don't care. I'm gonna say it. Matt Wilkins is lazy. I know he's busy and he has a family. I don't expect him to do this 24/7. I would put more focusing on my kids and my wife, but Matt Wilkins is a voice in this community, and he hasn't really done that much if you really think about it.
Matt Wilkins
Neither
is. Oh, sorry, Jordan. Continue. on. I was
Neither
saying
has
next.
Ryan Kennel. I mean,
Ryan Kino is probably the one that did the least.
Okay, here's the thing. Do you know how long it takes to do those versus videos of Jen Sarai? It must take 50 to 60 to 100 hours. I can't imagine how long it takes to do those videos. They put so much passion and work into their videos. I couldn't do that. And I respect them for that. Yet Matt Wilkins doesn't invite those people. Why Ryan Kennel of all people, who barely
Also, guys,
did anything?
I have something to say. Matt Wilkins, the biggest problem with Matt Wilkins is that he's in his YouTube echo chamber so much that he doesn't even know what the hell is happening outside of YouTube. He's
That
so
That
Not
could be
misinformed?
legitimate, considering
Well,
that.
I can say that as someone that was active on Facebook at one point.
Yep.
You
Like-
have to see. You have to see all the nonsense and the bullshit that is going around the community surrounding all these controversies. You have to see the bigger road, not stay in your YouTube chamber and thinking, oh,
Yeah, he's
let's
blinded
stay
himself to it.
Oh, you stay in his goddamn YouTube chamber and thinking, oh, let's be positive. No, don't listen to the negative stuff. And I mean, like, Matt, we're living in the real world.
Yeah.
And not to mention, Matt doesn't even realize a good chunk of the Alliance to Preserve the Expanded Universe admins, I'm not going to mention their names. I'm showing them more respect than they deserve. They don't like him because of his ego.
Which, in retrospective, it's probably true now.
I mean, if you really think about it, what has Matt Wilkins really done for our community besides do some videos on YouTube?
Not much. The very
He
least.
hasn't really.
I mean,
hasn't
he
really
was one
done-
of the very first voices of the UK. I can't really think of anything else.
Yes, but he didn't really do the heavy lifting. I mean, okay, even though I have issues with Brian Borg because of Ryan Kennel, Brian Borg does a lot more for this community than Matt Wilkins ever has.
That is true.
I first heard of the EU community from.
I give Matt Wilkins this. I'll give Matt Wilkins this. I think he did more for the EU community back when he was first on YouTube, 2014 and 2015, if you ask me.
Because he provided a lot of quotes that I have used to defend the EU.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
his strongest was back when he was first starting. Nowadays,
Yeah,
not
proving
so
that.
much.
Yeah.
We're not saying that Matt Wilkins didn't do anything, but I'm saying since 2015, Matt Wilkins has not really helped our movement at all.
Not done
In
much.
fact, you can argue that he's been a detriment in many retrospect, which is what's happening now. I mean, the fandom menace being associated with the EU community. Matt Wilkins gave his blessing, and as a former member of the community, you know, I don't see a positive future for our community because of this.
Oh, sorry. Finish.
Because Matt Wilkins basically has a voice in the community, anyone that voices their opposition against him are labeled as cyberbullies or haters.
Yep. Indeed. So,
Open discussion in our community is non-existent now because of Matt Wilkins.
well, I think now that you mentioned Darksnovia, this will be the best time to go to the next part, which is Matt Wilkins's new stance on the fandom menace, which I think we should also merge with his behavior prior to the day in which he split the EU community, prior to the Q&A. So, we're gonna show you guys some of his comments that he left in some of our videos prior to that Q&A, so you guys could see what's up with that. So
Can we bring up something?
do it.
Renee, he was a moderator on one of Ryan Kendall's live streams.
Yes, definitely. That is
Why?
so odd. Okay, here's the thing. This is probably the perfect time that we should bring this up. Okay, in that same channel update, which by the way, we're gonna show you the clip in which he says it. But in that channel update, he says that he's gonna do no Q&A because he's so busy that he doesn't really have too much time to do stuff other than his own content. Okay, and here's the clips that says that. See it.
Month. So a lot of interesting things going on. Unfortunately, a live Q&A is not happening. No, the missus is actually going to be gone this week. She leaves, I think, Thursday, and she's gone for the rest of the week. Now, I don't have anyone to babysit my girls while I do a live Q&A, and I sure as heck can't have my little girls on the live Q&A because they'll start crying, and the live Q&A will be over immediately, maybe 5 minutes in, maybe 15 minutes in, I don't know. And that's too random, and I don't want to put up a live Q&A when I don't know what my girls are going to be like. Sure, they may sleep through the whole thing, or they may cry through it all, and we get get on and I have to log right back out. So I got another idea in mind, a video I want to try out. I'm not going to say it because I haven't recorded it yet, but if so, I think it'll be really fun and kind of supplement the live Q&A. Now, I love the live Q&A. I am crushed. That is my favorite time of the month. I really mean it. I really like talking to all of you. So maybe the following week or so, if it's okay with the missus, I may put together a live Q&A. I don't know yet. I can't make any promises because, again, September is going to be a very busy month for me as well. But I want to do one. So it won't be one this week. Maybe later on in the month if I can, or I just may have to kick that can down the road to October. Who knows?
Okay, so as you saw in the video, Matt literally said that he was not going to do anything. That maybe, but no idea. He has no idea. So, okay, how come he has time to moderate one of Ryan Kinnell's live streams, which was 2 hours, by the way? How come he has that time? And not only that, but he mentions in that same live stream that he's gonna do a Q&A the next day. What? Where did that came from? How? I mean, Jesus, what do you guys think of that?
I think it's suspicious. I mean, why not just be up? He could have been up front and say that I may end up doing a Q&A
He
or
says
something.
he said it, but in after moderating for Ryan Kinnell's live stream, he put an update in his channel, not a video, a post.
Yeah, but Matt Wilkins, what's up with the? Why did he have to be, dishonest? Why not just simply say he wasn't sure at the channel update? He could. Why not say I'm not sure if I'm going to do one this month?
Yeah,
that makes no sense. It really doesn't, because Matt Wilkins before, he didn't freaking say he wasn't going to do something, and then not too long later says he's going to do it. That's not something he does. I mean, I've watched his channel since 2014 before the Q&A, and he never did that.
Yep, indeed. I got another thing in that channel update. I forgot to mention. Matt Wilkins also mentioned that he was going to do another video to supplement the Q&A. Where's that video? What video is it? Like, what is it?
It doesn't exist.
Apparently. So.
I also asked why Brian Borg was a moderator on his 100K live stream, or 1K.
You mean Ryan Kinnell's?
Ryan Kinnell's 1K.
No, we're talking about Matt Wilkins.
No idea, but let's stick to Matt Wilkins. So yeah, this is all pretty odd and weird and
suspicious, I should say.
Yeah, and here's something more suspicious. Okay, Dark Novia, in one of your videos, one of your recent reviews of the Hispanic Universe, Matt left a comment on it, which is kind of weird. He never did that, as far as I know. It's weird.
He doesn't leave comments that often.
Yeah.
Considering it was literally during the live stream.
Yeah.
And no,
it wasn't during. It was before.
Why my TCW reviews of all things? Yeah. Like, why not why not do some of my other reviews, like on the Republic Commando novels? Because he doesn't like 000 True Colors. Why not comment on those? Or why not comment on anything but TCW related stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, that's odd, but
okay, people. There was an ongoing joke for half this year that I was stuck in the Clone Wars timeline. That Matt Wilkins would poke fun at me in a not in a malicious way, but in a fun way in his Q&As.
Which actually, if you guys want to see that, well, we have the clip of that actually to prove it. So here it is.
And it looks like he said Dark Novia is dealing with the Clone Wars. I don't know why he's stuck dealing with the Clone Wars, but did he want to do it? Does he want to torture himself? I wouldn't want to do the Clone Wars again. I just talked to a friend of mine the other day. I was like, I don't want to ever do the Clone Wars. I'm glad I'm doing this in chronological order because I got Dawn of the Jedi, which wasn't much, out of the way. the prequel stuff, which I thought was okay. There's some good stuff here and there, and then the Clone Wars they got rid of. Now it's just going to get better, in my opinion. It just gets better and better. If you go in chronological order, think about it. Dawn of the Jedi and Legacy. Legacy isn't the best, but it's much better than Dawn of the Jedi. So it seems like it just builds up for me. So going in chronological order really helps.
Got it. Okay, that should do it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it would have been more natural if he actually commented on your TCW reviews much before, probably when we mentioned in his Q&A that it was a joke that you were stuck in TCW, Dark Snow. Yeah, why now? Why? Yeah, in the same day, in the same day as the Q&A, but hours before the Q&A.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with the comment because it wasn't malicious or anything. But why would he comment? Now of all the times. Because Matt rarely leaves a comment in my videos, rarely, and most of it was my non-EU related reviews.
Yeah, it is odd, but
And guys,
what's up?
This may sound like some kind of a conspiracy theory and we're making stuff up, but things do not match up, and there's a lot of coincidence happening in a span of a not so long time. So you got to understand our point also.
Yeah, indeed. But here's the one that literally makes me scratch my head. Okay, the one. You commented in one of B-Level's videos, which was the RK Outpost saga, aka where B-Level showed to everyone his entire private conversation with Ryan Kinno and showed how much Ryan Kinno is a two-faced liar. I'm sorry, guys, but that's true. So
that is the truth.
Okay, so, and then you commented saying, I think we have to disown Matt Wilkins at this point. He's completely convinced by Ryan Kinno his nonsense. And there was a discussion. And then Matt Wilkins himself, literally comments on it and says, should we disown Matt Wilkins because he said the feminist and EU movement
or simply
goals
talking to someone.
Weren't aligned during this interview, or should he just be disowned for having EU discussions online? I mean, that sounds passive-aggressive to some extent, if you ask me.
And the question or the statement was very disingenuous. We're not just calling out someone because you just simply talk to someone, Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a real...
Sorry.
Go on, Jordan.
Here's the thing about Ryan Kendall. I did not have this intense hostility towards him until B-Level released that video showcasing the full conversation and having Ryan Kendall, leak a private conversation out of context on Twitter and put B-Level on blast in front of all of Geeks and Gamers fanboys.
Yep.
I wasn't this hostile towards RK Outpost until then, when I saw him do that.
Yep.
And there's one thing you guys got to understand about me. I stick up for the people that I work with because to me they're fellow fans, and when I needed help the most, no one was there, and I don't want to make people feel like they're alone in this.
I can agree.
And not to mention, okay, RK Outpost, okay, if he didn't want to talk to B-Level again, he could have just ignored him and moved on. I mean, leaking a private conversation on Twitter in front of people like Jeremy, that's not cool. I don't care what the intent is.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of reactions those people react to.
I mean, there's some people I had a problem with, but I kept that stuff private. I didn't leak it out in the open.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, this comment from Matt is something odd. Now, here's another odd thing that we have to discuss. So, there's okay, I know the website is moderated by Christopher Nelson, but I have to mention this. So how is it that in that website it was nothing but pure match chats uploaded, pure match chats, but then in September 6th, he just literally puts Christopher Nelson puts the podcast that is with Matt, Geeksatic, Ryan Kinnell, and Christopher Nelson. Why? I mean, that's so odd. But here's the more odd part. Okay, in September 9, hours before the Q&A, Christopher Nelson was heavily promoting the Q&A, like more than normal. Literally, his Twitter and Facebook literally have both promoting the September Live Q&A and the website. Like, why? This is unheard of. They never done this before.
Also, let me point this out before. Only a short mention of the Fandom Menace. The ExpandedUniverse.com Twitter used to have a statement saying not affiliated with the Fandom Menace.
Yes.
They, for some reason, erased that description, and I don't understand what happened.
Yes, that is true,
That's kind of
actually.
suspicious.
Yeah. In fact,
And
we're going to show that here right now. And we're going to show how it is right now. So you guys can see. But yeah, it's very suspicious. So, what do you guys think of all this?
Oh,
I don't know.
so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Ryan
bring.
Borg.
I don't
did it.
want to use. I'm not gonna bring up conspiracy theories because
Okay.
it would not help with our credibility.
Okay. In that case, well, I don't think. Is there anything else to discuss in regards to Matt Wilkins' behavior prior to the Q&A?
To me, I thought it was strange how Matt Wilkins became increasingly hostile towards us, despite the fact that we weren't trying to freaking harass him. We were trying to help him and get him and the EU community by keeping the Fandom Menace away from it.
Yep, indeed. And I think this is where we go into one of the biggest parts of this podcast. So let's tackle it, guys. The big one, the Q&A itself. So let's go.
Good.
Okay.
The Q&A that caused the EU community on YouTube to implode on itself.
And
Yep.
all hostilities.
Okay, guys. First thing we should deal is we're gonna show you the clips of what Matt said in that Q&A. So you know that it came out from his words. Okay, so here's the first part in which is basically Matt talking about Dark Novia, saying that he's going to prepare to lose one of your biggest supporters if you affiliate yourself to Fandom Menace. Here's the clip.
Dark Novia says, prepare to lose one of your biggest supporters if you decide to merge with the Phantom Menace, because I won't stand for it. I think I was pretty clear about what I thought about the Phantom Menace. It's just not my fight. I have no interest in it. So, I don't know. Merging, I don't know who would merge, because to be honest, if you ask me, the Phantom Menace they already have, obviously, from the comments they have tens of thousands of EU fans, and they're finding out about us. I've gotten so many emails and comments lately about, hey, Matt, saw Ryan on Geeks and Gamers, followed him to his channel, found your interview, followed him to your channel, and you're talking about the EU, and I'm kind of excited. And I have people saying, yeah, I stopped reading it a long time ago, but now I'm interested in picking it back up. And someone else said, I've never read it before, but you make it sound really interesting. Let's give it a shot. And then other people are like, man, you've renewed my love for, and that's really awesome. Like I said, those are my favorite comments. That's awesome. Because yeah, introducing people to the expanded universe is what we're all about, and bringing in new people. That's great. Growing the movement, man. If there's more and more people who are either rediscovering expanded universe or getting excited about it again, or just I'm going to try it out. Because I've always said that to people who didn't like Last Jedi. And I had a lot of people ask me this when the movie came out. I said, Matt, tell me what the expanded universe did. Because they didn't like Last Jedi. And I said, well, here's what the expanded universe is doing. That sounds interesting. Where do I start? And generally, I keep them onto the give them Timothy Zahn's trilogy, but and basically start anywhere. But it's really neat. In fact, Dark Snovia, you actually did. I commented on it. I hope you saw it. He actually is reviewing through the Clone Wars books, and he made a great point. He was talking about Strange Allies, the comic book. And what I liked about, and see, this is why I watch other people's reviews, because I like, and it made me think, dang, did I say that? I hope I did. That was a great point he made. It's like, just because it stars characters from a previous adventure, the Breakout Squadron, all right? But he said, you don't have to read it to get it. That's what the beauty of it is. And yeah, you're right. And that's what I love about it. You can basically start anywhere and not get lost, as long as not book 2 of some trilogy, you know what I mean? But you can basically start anywhere. And that's just the beauty of, and of course I love Ryder Wenham. You know, you like Ryder Wenham too. Obviously, you said the author did a good job, and I love him. I think he's great. He does some great stuff. But yeah, it was a pretty solid review. And but see, the thing is though, I'm even seeing more people, you know, who I've never seen before, like, Matt, I like your energy. I like the expand. And that's what I love to hear. I love to hear that. I love to hear people saying, I'm going to give this a shot. Good for you. Good for you. Again, I don't think you're a real Star Wars fan if you like the EU. No, I don't believe that. But I do believe that the expanded universe is fan-friggin-tastic. And I think that anyone who gives it a shot will probably like it. Now, is it for everyone? Probably not. But I think it's awesome. And if we can convince people, you know, get people interested in it, I'm all for that. I'm all for
Got it. So, yeah, what do you think of that, guys?
Well, people, you gotta understand, I did not become hostile towards Matt Wilkins until he basically mocked and downplayed me leaving the EU community if it was affiliated with the Fandom Menace. Matt Wilkins knows damn well how much it meant to me and how much I love the expanded universe, and that I would not give up something that I care about that easily or suddenly without a good reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Matt is, you know, I had no problem with Matt until this comment. This made me unsub from him, that entire section. Also misrepresenting what I stood for.
And also, let's mention about Iron Inquisitor and
Wait,
We're gonna get to that.
in order.
All right.
Getting in order.
I think Iron should speak for himself for that one.
Yeah.
Our
okay.
reaction to when Dark
Wait.
Snovia. Okay.
Okay. There's another part that talks about Dark Snovia, so I think we should leave that. So part 2 is apparently it's Matt Wilkins responding to a comment from B-Level saying that the Fandom Menace shouldn't affiliate itself with the EU movement. So what did Matt say about that? Here is the clip.
B-Level says, Matt, I understand you want to stay friends with everyone, but seriously, allying yourself with Fandom Menace in short-term gains, long-term remission. It's weird. No, I don't ally myself with the Fandom Menace. I ally myself with EU fans, but not the Fandom Menace. If you recall, on the interview with Ryan, he actually asked, you know, what do you think of the Fandom Menace? And I'll say it right here, since I said it on his channel, our objectives aren't aligned. Our goals aren't aligned. You know, it's not my fight. It's not my fight. In the nicest sense, I just don't care. It's not my fight. I mean, people are upset. They want to go this way. That's fine. Would I do things differently? Probably. But at the same time, I'm interested in getting the expanded universe back. That's what I'm in, because that's what I love. You know, you asked me about, you know, tea in China too. I'm going to say the same thing. So it's not being rude. It's just that it's just not my fight. Yeah, I don't really care about it. So all this merging talk, there's no merging going on. Remember, there's tons of EU fans that are already there. They're finding out about us. They found, oh, there's other people who are talking about the EU. This is awesome. So I think that's cool.
Cut. So apparently so as you saw, Matt claims that apparently there's no affiliating itself. There's no joining together. It's the Fandom, as I said in the video, the Fandom Menace has different goals than us, where there's no affiliating or joining together. That's what he said.
Well, I say bullshit on that one, considering the fact that Matt Wilkins, the way he's thinking right now, the way he's talking, he thinks more and more like Jeremy. I don't feel like I'm watching an expanded universe channel at this point. I feel like I'm watching the EU equivalent of Geeks and Gamers. He's like, there, and not to mention, there's barely a difference at this point between the EU community and the Fandom Menace. I mean, there's so much more Fandom Menace people in Matt's comment section. I'm using Matt as an example. I don't know what's going on in Facebook or Twitter right now, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. They are devaluing. They're basically, it's like a tidal wave of the Fandom Menace, you know, smashing the EU community. The EU community will not be recognizable by the end of November, if even that. Maybe even like in October, maybe even now. I don't know. That the EU community will not be the same as it was back in August or July.
Yeah.
And the EU community will turn into a subdivision of Fandom Menace at this point.
It will be absorbed into the Fandom Menace. And what Matt Wilkins says is complete nonsense. I mean, his entire channel at this point is being full of people, you know, bring political crap in his videos, even non-Star Wars videos, his board game reviews. It's like Matt Wilkins is given the okay for the Fandom Menace to enter our community.
Yep, they're giving them the okay. And speaking of that, we'll later show you guys what Matt's comment sections are about that. But
also,
for now,
hold on. One more thing I got to say. The Alliance to Preserve the Expanded Universe, as someone that was once a part of it, their image has been infamous for the Star Wars community for years. Now, imagine the Fandom Menace combines with the Alliance to Preserve the Expanded Universe. What will that look like in a few months?
What would happen if someone like Pablo Hidalgo, they're gonna try to frame the EU community as just like they're gonna claim they're toxic for associating themselves with them.
And it's the same community, may I remind you, that harassed Calamari Tran. And remember when the EU community had to defend itself against the troll group that's supposed to harass her? Now they're like almost associating themselves with the troll group that harassed Calamari Tran, as well as Daisy Ridley and other people.
They're harassing every employee at Lucasfilm. It doesn't matter who they are.
Yeah.
Every opposite.
Like I don't really like with the context that this guy has been doing, but like even Ryan Johnson.
Chuck Wendig and Ryan Johnson, that's another thing. But even excluding them, regular employees that don't do what Johnson and Chuck Wendig do, like they get harassed by the Phantom Menace. I mean, just check Stephanie Genesek's Twitter. Just check that shit.
All of our Twitters have been deleted by Twitter for violating terms of service.
Yep. Literally. So there is that, guys. So another thing that you should consider. So next part of the Q&A. So this part is somewhat of a continuation to Dark Novia leaving the U movement, but now with B-level Star Wars. So what did Matt say? Here is the clip.
You might quit the movement over this. Oh, okay. Here's how things work. A few years back, maybe not too long ago, we had the same thing. People kept telling me, Matt, people who love the new canon are not our friends. They are our enemies. You shouldn't be nice to people who like the new canon. People who like the new canon buy new canon stuff, and they love the new canon stuff, and that hurts us because then no one's supporting the old canon. And I was like, no, it's not how life works. The EU community, the movement, the people, whatever you want to call it, the fandom, have always been accepting of everyone, have always been exclusive. No one ever gets banished from the EU. I mean, they walk away. And what happened is we had a few people who were they were outraged. Matt, why are you friends with people who like the new canon? because it's if they like it, that's fine. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not going to get in the new canon. And eventually, no one was listening to them, so they got aggravated and they walked away. And that's sad. It's sad. I mean, and a lot of these people hate my guts today. Brian knows who I'm talking about. I even tried to go see one, but Brian talked me out of it. Brian says, they probably don't want to see you. I was like, well, I mean, I just want to talk to them. I just want to talk to them because, like I said, besides differences, I mean, holy cow, Dark Snovia left the Phantom Menace, and I'm glad he did when he did, because if he didn't, you guys wouldn't accept him. You know, I mean, it's sad because I think Dark Snovia, from the content he's been putting out, from the EU reviews, he's, you know, that's good. I like to see his insight on those. But brother, if you hadn't gotten out, if you still would have been, you know, undecisive or kind of like, oh, I'm just following this because I'm with the crowd, then, you know, if you would have touched out with us and hit some people who said, you're not allowed. You're not allowed here. Go. We don't want you. Would you still be doing EU content? Probably not. You'd be like, okay, screw you guys. I'll go somewhere else. So it's never been about intolerance toward a person's likes, dislikes, affiliations. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you work. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you look like. I don't care where you live. You know, if you like the EU, that's fine. That's fine. But what these people do is they walk away. And I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, that's fine. I'd hate that. Because, you know, EU fans, we talk about EU. It's fun. The more, the merrier. The more people I get to talk to the EU, the more different insights I get about certain books and stories or characters they love, and they tell me why. I'm so fascinated. Like on our conversation, we had the EU discussion with the four of us there. I was so interested that, you know, what was it? Matthew's first EU book was oh my gosh, the horror movie. Oh, what is wrong with my brain today? I'm done. Death Troopers. Dadgummit. Death Troopers. And I was like, what? Really? Why? But I love hearing about that. I love hearing about people's different loves and dislikes, and it's different from me. Or it's something that I'm like, oh, that came out of left field. I didn't know that was one of your favorite books. Same thing with Chris, when he revealed his favorite book was Dark Rendezvous, Yoda Dark Rendezvous. I was like, shut up. Why? I don't disagree with him, but I've just never heard that before. And so I love that. I love that. So hopefully people talking about the expanded universe, I hope we don't judge them by any of those other characteristics, because I mean, you know, if they're affiliated with someone, it's okay. I mean, are you going to get mad at the whole state of Texas because, you know, one guy decided to shoot some people up and he's wicked? Oh, but you live in Texas, so you're evil too. Yeah, you live in Texas. That's where the shooters are. That kind of logic just doesn't make sense. You can't blame someone. He said a million times he doesn't represent, you know, or doesn't speak for the Phantom Menace. So, you know, I just see a guy making EU videos, and, you know, that's fine. It's not talking anything else. And I think the same of everyone who does EU videos. I already told you I like Dark Snovia's reviews. We've talked about those too. And, you know, a few other people who are doing reviews. My buddy Spencer's finally doing reviews, which is really neat. So I like, and Chris will one day, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, do another review. And I can't wait to hear it too.
So, okay. So apparently, so Matt didn't really take seriously that B-Level and Dark Snovia are considering leaving the EU movement because the Phantom Menace situation. Like, he almost didn't really care. Like, wow.
Just brushed it off.
Yeah, Dark Snovia. Your thoughts on that?
I thought it was insulting to me that he thinks that he didn't make a big deal out of it. It's like, are you serious? Like, I'm not going to repeat myself. Here's the thing, people. My anti-Phantom Menace views are well known. And I have to let people know where I stand. Because if I sold out myself, which my viewers would freaking, you know, harass me for it, rightfully so. Just like what's going on with what happened with Matt Wilkins. I do not want to be affiliated with the Phantom Menace. And why should I have to leave the community that I have been a part of for years because of these people? But I have to leave for my own sanity because I cannot be around these people. I was walking on eggshells with them when I was a part of them back in 2018.
Yep.
I always felt like everything I said could get me attacked. I'm done with abusive relationships. I refuse to be in an abusive relationship because that's what the EU community will become when they are fully absorbed into the fandom menace. I refuse to be part of that.
I can agree.
Also, I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself. My Discord, the State of Star Wars, is not a movement. It's a group of Star Wars fans, mostly expanded universe, to talk about Star Wars without having to worry about politics being inserted into, the group. And the fandom menace, they have no respect for the rules. They freaking bring up politics everywhere they go, and I don't want that crap in our fandom. Fandom should be something we should prioritize. And, well, apparently it means nothing to Matt Wilkins because he's willing to let these people in, and he downplayed my concerns. I think I'm done talking about it from my perspective. I mean, B-Level is not here to speak it from his, so I think we should move on.
Yeah. Well, now, speaking of downplaying stuff, now let's go into the next part of the Q&A, which is Matt talking about Jeremy's attack towards Iron Inquisitor. So, the first, here is what Matt said.
Grand Admiral Thrawn, Matt, are you aware that the Phantom Menace has harassed and bullied several EU channels? The Phantom Menace is also called Marvel fake news. No, it wasn't. Oh no! Here's what I saw, and I actually thought it was funny. I know that people did a video about Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and he responded back. And then someone made a video responding back to Jeremy, and Jeremy responded back. And hey, I'm all about poking the bear, but he wouldn't have done anything if you hadn't have struck first. Now, don't get me wrong. Who struck first on Chuck Wendig? Remember when Chuck Wendig called me out on Twitter and everything? I was like, hey, it's fair. It's fair. I swung first. But the funny thing was, I was making fun of him because he's a New York Times bestselling author. Why is he wasting his time, picking on little fans? And then he hit after me. And this is back when I only had like 1,200, 1,400 subscribers. I didn't have that many. And I was like, dude, you just did what I made fun of you for. But I thought it was funny. Because it's fair. Remember I said, everyone's like, Matt, Chuck Wendig said this about you. I said, I did make fun of him first, So you guys did strike first. But you know what? You should be high-fiving each other. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, why is he responding to, this dude has, 188,000 subscribers, and he didn't have anything to do that day but to, respond back. And did you notice that it started a trend? Because now I see a few other people trying to call out Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers to get a shout out for their channel, but he's not doing it anymore. I guess he's just kind of
Cut. Okay, so now that you saw that, so Matt, do you really think that was a back and forth battle and that Iron Inquisitor started this shit with intentions to harass Jeremy? You really think that? Jesus.
All I did was post a 40-second clip of Jeremy saying that he likes The Last Jedi.
And that you called him a flip-flopper.
Wait, what?
And that you called him a flip-flopper to some extent. But
yeah, that's literally all I did. And then someone told me that clip, then I deleted it. I deleted the video. And next thing you know, on one of my videos, it was the female Star Wars characters in the expanded universe. All of a sudden, there's all these fandom menacers coming in, attacking me, harassing me, calling me names.
Yeah. And that's probably where you realized that Jeremy responded to your video.
Yep.
Which is
it was not a back and face Jeremy using his followers to completely unfair.
Here's something
And
else.
I only had 135 subs when this happened.
Yeah. Compared to Jeremy's 100,000 subs,
Yeah, he had over a 100,000 sub.
that is just. Oh. You want to say something, Dark Snovia?
Hey,
I
do
see.
you know what's ironic?
What's up?
Jeremy whined about Star Wars Explained talking against him. Wait. Did you know that Jeremy and Star Wars Explained had a conflict before?
Yeah.
Of course, I knew about it.
And then Jeremy bitched and whined about Star Wars Explained followers, but now he's doing the same thing. Like, oh, I mean, we're
But when Jeremy was attacked by Star Wars Explained, the amount of followers he had was way larger than B levels and freaking Iron Inquisitor.
Yep. Jeremy
I was harassed too for defending Iron.
In fact, speaking of defending Iron, that's where Matt got the part in which the back and forth. Okay, Matt, do you know that Iron Inquisitor did nothing against Jeremy after he made that first video?
I didn't retaliate against Jeremy. Look on my channel.
Yeah, he didn't.
Look at my videos. Did I do any sort of response back? No.
Uh-huh.
That was me and B level that did that. We were defending our friend, and rightfully so. We're not like you that leaves your fans to freaking fend for themselves and have no one to support them. I defended B level Iron Inquisitor because it was the right thing to do. Because no one else did it for me when I was harassed by Star Wars only fans. This is dishonesty, and it's disgusting that you they attacked Iron Inquisitor and you lied about it live.
And you also laughed about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hypocritical considering you did that video about harassment.
Which we'll get into that. So anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so okay. In that same, in that same question that Matt was answering, they talked about Marvel 108, aka what the Phantom Menace called 108, aka fake. So, okay, guys, here is what Matt said about the Phantom Menace calling 108 fake news. Here are the clips.
Moved on. So with that, I'd just rather go. Now I did see the video. He didn't call Marvel 108 fake news after they talked about 108 in the video. He said, wait, and he asked the girl who's playing the video, is this fake? Like the video is what he's telling. He's like, no. She's like, this is real. So it's the video. You can see that. And it's kind of obvious there, but no. Anyone can watch the video and see that he was talking about the video, not talking about 108. It's pretty evident, man. I'm not lying about that. I'm calling it as I see it. So that's how I saw it. And I'm not trying to throw hate or call you a liar. I'm just saying that it's pretty obvious he was talking about the video. Because the girl keeps saying, yeah, no, this is real. This is real. It couldn't have been 108, So he didn't even say the word fake news. He just says, this fake? This has got to be fake. They're talking about the video.
Okay, so that is what Matt said. Now, since Matt said that we should watch the video, well, let's show you guys what the Phantom Menace actually said in that live stream. Here it is.
Hate Rian Johnson while you love Dave Filoni. Saying you care about Star Wars while not even talking about the new Marvel EU comic issue 108 coming out May 27th.
This has got to be fake. Come on. This has got to be fake.
Oh no. We're not talking about this comic book, and isn't Marvel aren't they in trouble financially?
Yeah, big time.
They are, but
Yes.
Well, as far as the comics, Ethan, I think you're the most well versed in comics, and then Jeff, what do you guys have to say about this Darth Vader comic that we're not covering?
Well, I'm not covering it, but I can tell you that the one they canceled in 2013 was awesome, and I was buying that. And would that be considered expanded universe? I'd love to talk about it. B-level Star Wars fan.
I would love to talk about the fact that the first one sold nearly 1 million copies, and the current one is down to 30,000. Wah, wah.
Cut. So, well, as you can see, guys, apparently somebody called Matt Wilkins is lying, which is ironic because in that clip in which he was saying, "That's how it is, man. That's how it is, man. I'm not lying. I'm just saying how it is." Yeah, right, Matt.
How much do you want to bet that Ryan Kendall just told him, "Oh no, we were doing this"?
Hey, and do you know what's more ironic? Matt, they're says, "Oh, they're saying the video is fake, not the comic." You obviously know they're talking about the comic video.
That's what I think that Ryan Kendall told Matt Wilkins. Do you even think Matt Wilkins even watched the video?
No,
he claims he did.
He never watched the video that I have on my channel. In fact, let's talk about that podcast that it's hard to find it because they have it unlisted. That the only reason that the clips are even available on my channel in B levels or the folk podcast in general, the reason why we have it is because we downloaded it right after they were done with the freaking stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, the evidence is out there. We've purposely downloaded it for this kind of occasion.
Yep. Indeed.
And also, let's talk about something else. Me, General, B-Level, and Iron Inquisitor, we listened to their podcast live. We were there.
I saw that.
Yep.
We were there. The video is on B-Level Star Wars' channel. We made a reaction to it. We were there. So Matt, you shouldn't try to call us liars because the only one lying here is you. So there is that. Anyway, so anything else to say before we go to the next part?
I mean, he also can be doing the Star Wars only thing where he's just using misinformation. One person said it. Because let's be honest, that's the Star Wars only thing.
But no one really takes Star Wars only seriously.
Yeah, indeed.
Star Wars only is a joke. He's irrelevant.
Indeed. So, okay. I think, guys, we should go to the next part. And is that apparently B-Level got mad that Matt lied about the 108. And still, Matt didn't seem to care that he lied. In fact, here is the clip.
Sorry, B-Level, I don't know what got you upset. But see, that's what happens. That's what happens. Now, I actually got to talk to B-Level. I thought we had a good conversation. To me, I thought we did. But it's just one of those things where it says you just lied about our whole movement. No, I haven't. But that's the thing. You need to sit down. You need to have a talk. You need to have a conversation. You have a conversation. That's all it is. It's just a conversation. And I think more people just need to talk it out. Just talk it out. Talk out your differences. Anyway, sorry he feels that way.
So, Matt, the B-Level was mad because you lied. You literally lied. How can you say that? How can you say that? I'm sorry, B-Level, that something got you mad. Jesus. What do you guys have to say about that?
I thought it was pretty low for Matt to do that, considering how hard B-Level worked to promote Marvel 108.
Yes.
More than anyone on this site, he promoted Marvel 108 as much as he could. He promoted that comic constantly. He promoted it. He even did a video showcasing how many copies of the comic he bought. What did you do, Matt Wilkins, to promote Marvel 108.
He only did
A video.
one. He made like one video, one review, and a match chat. Which
Yeah.
is everything.
Yeah, that I mean, B Level worked really hard to promote Marvel 108, and you're shocked that he would get angry at you lying?
Apparently.
That's insulting, Matt. It truly is for someone that
You know,
that was
I have
passionate about Star Wars.
this is the same thing I'm gonna also kind of mention later. I don't understand Matt's behavior. Like, he does something ridiculous or nonsensical, makes people upset, and then gets shocked when people criticize. Like, you didn't expect there will be a negative reaction towards your actions? Like, should we be quiet when you...
We'll get to that. We'll get to the reaction. Okay, let's finish the Q&A. So,
What Matt did was malicious, honestly. Let's be real. It was malicious, him doing that.
speaking of malicious, let's go with the next part. So, next part is Matt misreading and misrepresenting one of Beta Crape's comments. So, okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna show you guys the clip. So, here it is.
Beta Scrape says the state of Star Wars members are disappointed in you because you're accepting and inclusive of all EU people. We want you to know that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Cut. Okay, that's what Matt read. Now here is the image of what actually was the comment, which basically reads, "The state of Star Wars members are disappointed in you. We want you to know that." There was no intolerance to the fandom or anything, as you said, Matt. That was straight up lying and misrepresenting our comments.
And you cannot edit live stream posts. So if you try to say that, oh, I edited it, then no, you can't.
And you cannot edit our memory.
Yep. Literally. So, yeah. What do you think about that malicious thing, Dark Snovia? Since you were talking about malicious?
Nothing shocks me anymore about Matt Wilkins doing this. I mean, this is the same guy that over a week later acts like a complete SJW and does a video, making himself look like the victim.
Oh,
what the hell did he expect to happen?
Oh, we'll get to that. Okay, final part about the Q&A before we tackle the reaction. So, the final part is this. That apparently Matt says that he stands for the EU fan, to the little guy, to be specific, I guess, and that he doesn't judge an entire movement based on a few people's actions. So, guys, here is the clip.
I'm sorry. Like I said, just same thing. I'm standing up for people who like the new canon. People threatened me back then too. So I'm still the same. I'm just, if they like the EU, we talk about the EU. I don't agree with them with a lot of other things, but I talk to them about the EU, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not, because I was raised to keep, we're very inclusive, and we want to be like that. And as just not just fans, but just people. As people, we should be more accepting, be more open-minded. It's called, in a way, it's kind of like emotional intelligence, being more socially aware of the situation. Not everyone's going to see things the way you see things, but that's okay. I'm glad people think differently than me. Heck, if everyone thought the same as me, as a society, we'd be dead a long time ago, because there'd be two guys looking at the mute button go, you want to turn the keys at the same time? Do you think it'll work? That's probably what would happen if everyone thought like me. So I'm happy people think differently. I would just ask you to look at the perspective. The EU movement one time got judged by the actions of one idiot at DragonCon. A lot of people know who I'm talking about here. And that guy does not represent the movement. But because he acted like an idiot, then it painted this guy was putting a bad picture on the EU movement pillar. And I never agree with anyone taking one person or a handful and saying that's what the movement's about. And that's not it. Now, I don't know anyone. I don't know all the new canon fans. I don't know all the Phantom Menace fans. I'll never get to know them. I'll always get a chance to sit down and talk to anyone who wants to talk. But at the same time, I'm not going to judge an entire group of people based off the actions of a handful of people. Okay? Because I didn't like it when it was done to EU fans. And I'm sure as heck not going to do it now.
Okay, I guess that's okay. Now that's what he said. What do you guys think of that?
That's a sick and twisted joke. What was the last time Matt Wilkins had a little Star Wars YouTube channel on his stream? When was the last time Matt Wilkins did a collaboration with a small Star Wars YouTuber?
You know what?
Time Matt Wilkins tried to help grow a Star Wars channel.
I know just one instance, and I know it because he's a friend of mine. He had a collaboration with the Django Fett back in 2014. That was the last time. 2014 collaboration with the Django Fett, a podcast. Yeah, that was the last time.
Yeah,
other than that, I don't know.
I know he did. He did one with Jeremy of Stupid Chainsaw Productions and a few other people. I know this because I did a few podcasts with them. But if he's for the little guy, why doesn't he promote more Star Wars channels?
Yeah, more EU channels.
I mean, I'm not saying this because I don't care if I'm promoted or not because I make my content for me. But it would have been nice to have a recommendation once in a while. It could have helped my channel grow in the early days instead of having a bunch of people from, the Last Jedi hate train, be on my channel. I mean, that's the only reason I have 1,300 subscribers is because of The Last Jedi, not because of my EU reviews.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was for the little guy, he would help build a network, at least try to do a channel network to help build EU channels. I mean, that's what Evan Nova, Jen Sarai, and Grey Jedi, they had a channel network that helped their channels grow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, he could have done anything. He's not. If he's for the little guy, where is the little guy in his videos?
EU fan. At least a little EU fan. Oh, he's probably gonna say, "Oh, Ryan Kennel, he's a little guy."
Have truth and hyperbole.
I mean, let's compare me and Matt Wilkins. Compared to all you, I'm big. I've given every single person a voice, including, those who are way smaller than me. What has Matt Wilkins done? I mean, he's only given Ryan Kennel, the time of day because he was promoted by Geeks and Gamers, of all people. If Ryan Kennel was never promoted by Geeks and Gamers and he did his own content, let's be honest here, guys, he would have never done a collaboration with Ryan Kennel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Oh, and I almost forgot. Matt also did a collaboration with Callum Jones, like 1 or 2 days before the Q&A. But that's it.
But that's because of Ryan Kennel.
Yes.
If Ryan Kennel was not affiliated with Jeremy, would he ever work with him? I doubt it.
Yep.
I mean, I can see what Matt's trying to do. He's trying to get recognition for the EU movement, but affiliating it with a toxic part is still, that's gonna make your reputation bad.
I think the B-level approach was a better approach. Try to approach new canon fans to read some Star Wars material. I mean, would have been nice to get those people in the community. I mean, while those people are waiting for new books and comics to come out, they can read some Legends.
I got a better idea for you. I got a better idea for you, Matt. Why didn't you reach out to Eckhart Slatter, who's kind of bigger than Jeremy, and he's both new canon and expanded universe? He has a Discord open. Why didn't you reach out to him? You could have done it even months ago. Why Jeremy?
Like I said, this is a sick joke.
Yeah, literally.
He's reaching out for little.
I mean, Jesus Christ. This is definitely something. And, well, speaking of jokes, I guess, now we go to what happened after the Q&A, aka the backlash itself. And first, what we're gonna show you guys is the likes and dislikes ratio, how it's right now. Right now, 46 likes, 23 dislikes. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, this is Matt Wilkins' first, no, if not the highest disliked video in Matt's channel history. The most disliked. Yes, indeed. And that was before someone deleted 20 dislikes out of it. Yeah, somehow YouTube deleted 20 dislikes.
It'd be around 50-50 if Matt Wilkins wasn't such a SJW and reported it to YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of SJW, at one point he changed the description of the Q&A, and it said, in fact, here it is, guys. It said, "Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that thumbs down icon if you support intolerance to the fandom."
Smiley face.
Intolerance, my ass.
You know, and as you see, there is way more dislikes in that image. There's 35, and the likes are only 25. And now, for some reason, like almost half, actually more than half of the dislikes were removed for some reason because YouTube saw it as spam.
How can it be spam? Explain to me that one.
Well, I have videos that have far more dislikes. Like my most disliked video in my channel's history is the one on the Scoundrels Cantina.
Yeah, but I got a question, Dark Snovia. Okay, we know that Scoundrels Cantina fanboys hate you and they dislike you to death. Why didn't their dislikes disappear? Why didn't they disappear?
Because I wasn't an SJW snowflake that reported it to YouTube.
Well, remember when I was trying to contact General CJG on by YouTube? YouTube wouldn't allow me to comment. Like every time I commented something, it would get removed for some reason. So I had to use my second account.
Actually, and that that's something. Okay, guys, for some reason, after this Q&A, by the way, my comments had problems being posted in Matt's comment section. Some of them couldn't be, they couldn't really show up. I checked by getting off from my account and checking. They didn't really pass. At times it did, but at times it didn't. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like, either there's a time limit put in me in terms of how many times I can post in Matt's channel, or Matt is literally silencing several of my comments. Like, what's that about?
Maybe it's a coincidence. Just joking.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Months before this, I actually talked to Matt about this problem before, and I told him what's going on, and apparently it was resolved. So how come this problem is back again? That's something.
Matt Wilkins silenced you. There's no other explanation.
So much for tolerance.
Yeah.
Indeed. And
speaking of tolerance, I think that's in our next bit.
Oh, wait. I gotta mention something about the Q&A. My comment, the first one I left in his Q&A, is probably the one that infuriated him the most. Probably, considering that not only is it long, but it got so many likes, 20 replies, and it literally explained why we were mad with him. Literally, it explained my displeasure of what happened at Q&A. Yeah, it literally was super liked, and yep, literally it was. I definitely made the ruckus a big one, and B-Level also to some extent also commented. Here's his comment, by the way. 12 likes. Yeah, literally, and he was more peaceful, less angry than me. So there is that. Oh, and of course, there's other people like one of your subs, Iron, GrandML90, saying, "Sorry, Matt, the dislikes you've been receiving have nothing to do with supporting intolerance," which of course was after Matt that did that description. So, yep. I mean, this is something. So, okay. Yeah, that's one hell of a backlash. And now going to the backlash later, we go now to B-Level Star Wars' attempt to reach out to Matt Wilkins, to talk to him, solve this. Because, okay, I'm going to tell you guys, out of all of us, B-Level, he probably took it the worst out of all of us.
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean, people like me literally say, we should directly, blast Matt Wilkins at the instant. But B-Level tried to convince Matt and tried to turn him to our side for like more than a week.
At least have a civil conversation. What did Matt do when B-Level tried to reach out to him multiple times in several media? In fact, here's some pictures of B-Level literally privately telling Matt through Skype that they should talk, literally. And actually, Matt actually saw them because the icon that he saw them was there. Yep, indeed. Literally.
Also, here's another thing. I took this the hardest out of anyone because how much I looked up to Matt. Matt Wilkins is literally the reason why I do Star Wars YouTube. Without Matt Wilkins, my channel would be a average ever-the-mail rant channel.
And I would have left Star Wars completely if it wasn't for Matt.
Well, yes, guys. The Matt Wilkins you guys thought never actually existed.
Either he didn't exist or he completely changed like almost immediately.
No one changes immediately. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just the people who are giving me shit. You gotta understand how much I looked up to this man. He literally saved my Star Wars for me. Matt literally inspired me as a YouTuber to focus on doing reviews rather than rants. Yep. He's the reason why my content on YouTube is more review focused than rants focused. Matt Wilkins put me in the direction that I am now, and he was a hero to me. And when heroes fall, for people, they take it hard, and I took it hard. And originally, I didn't want to put Matt Wilkins on blast because I didn't think it'd be worth it. But after seeing how he handled the situation, I had no choice. I had to do it. I don't even care about the EU community at this point. I had to do it for fandom because if I don't put him on blast, at least the people we don't do it. Who's gonna call him out? No one. No, anyone that calls him out at this point is going to be labeled as a hater and a cyberbully and be ousted from their own community.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna get to those labels, by the way, eventually.
I mean, if Matt Wilkins had he simply done the James Roth approach with the Q&A and ignored us, this podcast wouldn't even have happened in the first place. We would have just moved on with our lives and focused on other things. But that's not what happened. As you know, for those clips that we showed you, Matt Wilkins just mocked us. He lied about us and completely humiliated us in front of thousands of people.
Yep.
And it doesn't end there. Oh no. It doesn't.
It doesn't. Well, okay. So. Okay.
Now this is the word.
Okay. Here's the next one. So after B-Level tried to reach out to Matt Wilkins several times, he even did a video, even going as far as making a video. Okay. When he did that video, okay. If you check Matt Wilkins's channel, if you check his channel, you'd see that that he actually he was getting all sorts of dislikes and comments from others. Literally, he started getting them after starting with his episode 314, Marvel Star Wars 107. There were people telling him that he should talk to B-Level, and they were disliking it. So there is that. Now, B-Level didn't specifically say that they should dislike Matt's videos or hate it, but he definitely implored everyone that he should talk with Matt, that they should have a conversation. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to tell you this, guys. This was happening all the way until 1 week and a day later after B-Level uploaded that video. And that is a long time. Okay. And don't tell me that Matt Wilkins was BC. Don't tell me that shit. We've already proven to you that he's starting to lie about that.
He was commenting to other people.
Yes, I was going to.
Or he was purposely ignoring B levels.
He even made a comment on Geeks and Gamers video, one of his videos on the EU. It's like, if he's so busy, why would he spend the time enough to watch it and comment on a video, yet can't even give B level, like, not even like a response, not even say I'm not interested.
Or the fact that he was on Ryan Kendall's 1K live stream for 2 hours as a moderator.
No, that was before the Q&A. But so how come literally it took you this long, Matt, to respond? Oh, wait, we know why, and we'll get to that eventually. So, okay, going chronological order of all this happened. Next, we discuss that B-Level and Dark Novia's video about Matt Wilkins, in which they had no choice but to release it because Matt never responded. So they released it. And there it is. Link in the description, by the way, guys.
Well, so here's the thing about this video. It was painful even after I had an intense, view towards Matt Wilkins. It was painful to do that podcast with B-Level, but I did it because, again, I had to make a stand and I had to make it known.
Yep.
Like Matt, I didn't friggin' do this out of nowhere. B-Level even delayed the release of the video in order to give you time to respond to him.
Yep.
Hey, hell, Iron Inquisitor tried to reach
my
out
video.
To you.
I forgot to bring that up.
Yes.
And I was respectful in my video too.
Yeah. There's no harassment, no calling out, bad names, nothing.
We're giving multiple chances.
He says the reason he didn't respond was because he was being...
We'll get to that. We'll get.
I'm waiting for that.
Yes, we'll get to that. Don't worry. So anyway, okay. Another thing about the B-Level / Dark Novia video, Matt Wilkins. If you ask me, that video is probably where Matt got more hate from our viewers. Especially in his Marvel 108 review, if you ask me. In fact, by the way, it used to have way more dislikes, but now it only has 14. How ironic. Huh. There is that. Interesting. So.
Oh, wait. How about... Are we also going to talk about how Matt Wilkins tried to label us as a bunch of liberals?
Yes. It's in the video. Wait. Okay. So, going in order. So, Literally, and even some of your viewers, Iron, they literally said, okay, at this point, you're nothing but a coward, man, if you never responded to B-Level. By the way...
Did what?
Your viewers, that at this point, Matt, you're nothing but a coward. Yeah, some of your viewers were saying that, Iron. Which, by the way, Iron never told his viewers to attack you or dislike you, Matt Wilkins. He never did. Okay?
They did that on their own free.
Yeah. So don't you even... What's up?
And not to mention, how many followers does Iron have as of this recording?
Subscribers?
200 something.
260.
He has no power to do such a thing.
Yeah, especially against a 4,000 channel.
Why are people like Jeremy and Matt Wilkins so triggered by little YouTube channels than them?
We'll get to that. Though fundamentally they used to get triggered. But anyway, so that's long story short. Let's just say that video, that Dark Novia B-Level, definitely got more people against Matt Wilkins.
Okay, now, I got something to say about that video, and this is Matt Wilkins. If you've actually watched the video past the point where B-Level said you have the intelligence of a post, you would know why we have the strong positions against you as you do. The very fact is, you are like the very SJW that you claim to hate. Once you hear something you don't like, you turn off the video and you listen to everything we said fully. You would know why we are against the Fandom Menace, and you trying to merge the EU movement with them.
Yep.
But you don't care to listen to what we have to say because your channel isn't about open discussion.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Literally.
And another thing, Matt, my beef is not with Ryan Kindle, funny enough. It's with you. Because you did not listen to anything we had to say. And you mocked one of your longtime viewers' concerns over the EU movement merging with the Fandom Menace and downplaying me leaving. That is why I have a beef with you. Like I said earlier, had you taken the example from James Roth, I don't think anyone would actually have a problem with you. The worst that would have happened is we would have just left you alone and you'd lose a few subscribers on the short term. That's the worst that could have happened. You would have recovered from this controversy like nothing happened. But because you opened your mouth, mocked me, B-Level, and Iron Inquisitor throughout the whole thing, for every Fandom Menacer to see, you essentially, gave them everything they've been wanting to see for months. Seeing someone from our own community roast us. That's what they think of when they watch those clips. Look at these people getting roasted. You gave them that kind of ammunition, Matt. You made it so we are exiles of the very community that we were once a part of. You did that.
Yep. Literally. But we should at least give Matt this. At least he gave us the ammo to this podcast. And speaking of that ammo, let's go now to the part where you guys wanted to get to a lot. His 4-minute online harassment video. Oh boy.
This is where the fun begins.
You mean the video where Matt Wilkins revealed himself to be an SJW?
Okay, let me say this thing first before any one of you would say. Just because somebody says something you don't like doesn't mean it's harassment. Get it through your thick skull, whatever.
He's basically confusing and criticism. There's a difference. Yeah, it both results in negative feedback, but they're not the same.
Here's something. Okay, I think we should go a little bit in order with that video. So
okay.
If we have to show clips of what he said, we'll do it. If not, we'll continue. So there is that. Okay, so first thing, Matt addressing why he didn't talk to B-Level all this time. Because according to Matt, why should I talk with somebody that hates me?
One of the things is everyone keeps asking me, hey, Matt, you need to talk to B-Level. Well, no, actually I don't, because I don't know if those people saw, but in his last video, he said that I had the intelligence of a post and I'm stupid and dishonest. I don't think that's someone who wants to have a conversation with me. Now, if you remember on my Q&A, I said when I talked to him last time, I thought we had a good conversation. I thought it was all right. And he obviously doesn't think the same of me. So, and that's fine. I mean, it's okay, I guess. You think what you like. But no, I'm not going to have a conversation with someone who hates me. So, no, it's not going to.
Yeah, he says something like that.
Okay, my perspective is if B-Level truly hated Matt Wilkins, he will not try to talk with him multiple times to hear his point. Why would B-Level try to do that if he hated Matt?
Not to mention, he would have blasted him much sooner. In fact, he'd probably be part of this podcast. And we may have done it actually far sooner than we originally intended.
B-Level had way more patience than the five of us.
Yeah, literally.
Yep.
Literally. Indeed. So, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about in there, Matt. Oh, wait, you're lying. And speaking of lies, okay, here's the next one. Matt labeling us as cyberbullies and haters of him.
Happen. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the online harassment that is going on and how it's kind of impacted some of my viewers. And I need to apologize to the viewers for that because I know some of you kind of got caught up in this or you're like, what is going on here? Who are these people? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I'm fine, by the way. I can deal with cyberbullies. It's totally cool.
What did we do? What did we do to result in bullying?
Apparently. Okay, before I tell you what he uses as example of us being cyberbullies, I'll let you guys talk a little bit.
I find that ironic coming from him, considering that our supporters were being harassed by, the Fandom Menace when we called him out on him selling out to the Fandom Menace. Oh, I called Matt Wilkins a sellout. That's being a cyberbully. Oh, I was arguing with one of his supporters about him supporting a bunch of bullies. That's being a bully. Oh, and here's the thing that's very cute. When I was done with the conversation, the person still continued to harass me when I told him that I was done.
Julius Host.
Oh,
yeah, it's like Matt, who are you to talk about cyberbullying when you associate yourself with the same people that harassed a member of the 501st to the point where she was hospitalized, and it doesn't even end there. They harassed her when she was in the hospital. She had to delete her Twitter because of it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, wait. Well, we'll discuss what I think.
It's funny to just laugh off something like that.
And here's another. Hold on. Here's another thing. If you're going to talk about cyberbullying, what about what happened with Iron Inquisitor in March? You're telling me that the Phantom Menace trying to silence Iron wasn't a form of bullying, or when the Scandal Cantina was making community posts to incite their followers to harass me in B-level, that wasn't cyberbullying?
Let's not forget. You go.
I'm not doing this because to play the victim. Here's a huge difference between me, Matt, and you. I'm not going to do a video complaining about people, giving me shit. I'm not a freaking SJW that freaking complains about my videos getting disliked. The only reason you did that video because of your ego. Your ego was wounded because for the very first time on YouTube, you had a controversy and you didn't know how to deal with it. You're not the only YouTuber to have a controversy.
Yep.
Seriously, Matt, you should have taken a page from James Roth's book. You would have avoided this controversy. The only reason you did that video was to exploit the situation. You don't actually care about bullying. You just wanted to take advantage of the situation that was going on. And not to mention, as a consequence of that video, we can't go anywhere on any platform because of you without getting harassed because of that video. That your video essentially incites your followers to harass them. I can take the freaking harassment. I can take it. I've been dealing with it since 2014. So I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be harassed. I've dealt with it with Star Wars only fanboys. I dealt with it with the Scoundrels Cantina, and I dealt with it with Jeremy.
Yep.
This isn't anything new to me. You, Matt Wilkins, need to get a thicker skin and stop being such an SJW because you're the very thing that you hate.
And speaking of SJWs and thicker skin, okay, now here's where I take more of an issue because Matt's example of showing us being cyberbullies is one of my comments in which I was saying that we should dislike his 108 review. Okay, he showed it in that video, by the way. He showed it that comment. And he says he has more examples of that. So, and by the way, Matt said that he also showed that in a school hearing in front of little kids and everything. Okay.
So I had to get my talking points. I went to, and I'm going to try to put their link in the description, stopbullying.gov. And those people provided me with some great talking points on what my video should be about. I was like, oh, this is great. And so we cut the video and sent it out to some of the schools across the nation here. And it's been great feedback this week. In fact, I got to speak at a school this week about cyberbullying, which was really cool. And I got to use examples like this one, one of their followers saying, oh yeah, you need to thumbs down Matt's videos and unsubscribe and don't watch it for more than 30 seconds. And there's a lot more, but that's just one of the examples that I use in this, and I just kind of talk about, so here is what, online harassment looks like, and here's what you should do. And to be honest, it's been very positive. So for everyone worried about me, don't worry. I took this negative thing from this small negative part of the fandom. It's a small part, folks, this negativity is coming from. And I turned it into something good. And that makes me happy.
I'm going to tell you this right now, Matt, because yeah, this definitely is, I know it's not emotional, but it definitely is feeling a little personal. But anyway, okay, I'm going to tell you the reason right now, Matt, why at times I was saying, okay, first of all, I only said dislike videos after B-Level gave you that entire week, okay? It was the reason why I told several viewers to dislike your videos is because, and unsubscribe from you, is because you were trying to pass this situation off like if it was nothing. Like literally, if nobody talked about it, you could easily recover from it and that everyone will forget about it. That's what you were trying to do. That and B-Level requested you to talk to you. You didn't do it. We got no choice but to at least send the only way you're gonna see even see us is at least see the people that have an issue with you is by doing something that you will not like in terms of your apparently your image and your views and subscribers in YouTube. Yeah, monetary value, I should say, and exposure. So we had no choice but to go and dislike your videos and saying some comments. So it was the only way, because even if we tried, okay, let's assume that I didn't actually try telling everyone to dislike. Let's say that people didn't really dislike it, but they just left comments. Do you actually think Matt would even bother to see them? Like, guys. Oh, sorry. What did you say, Dr.
Matt cares. No, but what Matt cares about is likes and dislikes.
Yeah, indeed. So there is that. And also another thing. Okay, why I singled that 108 as the video that Matt should dislike the most? Because that is the review of a comic that Matt refused to defend against the fandom menace and their claims that it was fake.
Roll that clip once again.
Yes, here it is.
Hate Ryan Johnson while you love Dave Filoni. Saying you care about Star Wars while not even talking about the new Marvel EU comic issue 108 coming out May 27th.
This has got to be fake. Come on. This has got to be fake.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're not talking about this comic book, and isn't Marvel, like, aren't they in trouble financially?
Yeah, big time.
They are, but
Yes.
Well, as far as the comics, Ethan, I think you're the most well-versed in comics, and then Jeff, what do you guys have to say about this Darth Vader comic that we're not covering?
Well, I'm not covering it, but I can tell you that the one they canceled in 2013 was awesome, and I was buying that. And would that be considered expanded universe? I'd love to talk about it. B-level Star Wars fan.
I would love to talk about the fact that the first one sold nearly 1 million copies, and the current one is down to 30,000. Wah, wah.
A new EU book in 1 million years, and he refused to defend. Oh my god!
Refused to defend against the fandom menace. Literally.
And claimed that no, they were saying the video was fake.
And that's what we already proved before.
I'm sorry, but I think we need to roll that clip a third time.
Okay. This will be we're gonna roll the clip of the Phantom Menace shitting on Marvel 108. Here it is.
I don't
hate Ryan Johnson while you love Dave Filoni. Saying you care about Star Wars while not even talking about the new Marvel EU comic issue 108 coming out May 27th.
This has got to be fake. Come on. This has got to be fake.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're not talking about this comic book, and isn't Marvel, like, aren't they in trouble financially?
Yeah, big time.
They are, but
Yes.
Well, as far as the comics, Ethan, I think you're the most well-versed in comics, and then Jeff, what do you guys have to say about this Darth Vader comic that we're not covering?
Well, I'm not covering it, but I can tell you that the one they canceled in 2013 was awesome, and I was buying that. And would that be considered expanded universe? I'd love to talk about it. B-level Star Wars fan.
I would love to talk about the fact that the first one sold nearly 1 million copies, and the current one is down to 30,000. Wah, wah.
I don't care if we showed the same clip 3 times in this podcast. I want you people to see that they said this stuff, and if seeing it once is not going to convince you, then you're going to have to see it more than that. To convince you, to show you people, they weren't calling the video fake. They were calling the comic fake.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing, some people are saying that, oh, well, the reason why they say the video is fake is because, and why they're not covering the comic is because the comic is fake. Okay, here's the thing, guys. Okay, let's put logic here. And yes, we're putting logic. Okay, why would the fandom menace say it's fake if the comic, well, why would they say they were not covering the comic? While at the same time saying that Marvel is going bankrupt. And I got a better one. Okay, why do you think the fandom is not covering the video? No, not the video, the comic. It's because they literally consider it fake news, that they consider it that it doesn't exist. That's why they're not covering. That's why they say they're not covering it. That is why. It's not because, oh, the comic is fake news. No, because they believe the comic is fake news. That is why they say that they're not covering the comic.
Oh, let's not even end it there. They even thought the Twin Suns Foundation was fake. And I'm talking their supporters, or, freaking the billboard that we once, put up in 2016. They thought that was fake.
I think I saw one of I think I saw one of Jordan's videos saying the fandom menace claimed the EU movement to be a political movement.
Oh yeah,
they said
what?
Oh yeah, they said that too.
Yep, they said that. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Is he talking about the government? He's talking about Star Wars?
European Union.
Yeah, literally. They thought it was the European Union, which, by the way, many viewers in that live stream literally had no idea what the Expanded Universe was. Literally. They were even mocking it.
And made Brexit jokes.
Yeah, literally.
Let's roll that clip as well.
Here it is.
If fandom ministers are wondering why the EU community doesn't like them or doesn't tax people.
Did you guys lose any sleep over that?
A lot.
I haven't slept in months.
Yeah, it's been tough.
No, the exact reason is because what you've done to the movement of Star Wars. You set it back so much, and we've been fighting tooth and nail to really make things legitimate, to show analytical, level-headed arguments that people
Stop. Make him stop. We've been fighting tooth and nail to show analytical arguments. What is he talking about?
It hurts so bad. It hurts.
Dude, what is it? Is he talking about Star Wars? What is he talking about?
I don't think he's watched a single one of our videos.
Oh my God.
He thinks he's talking about politics or something. He thinks he's talking about the government. He's talking about Star Wars. We've been fighting tooth and nail. You have no control over Star Wars, douchebag. It's a bunch of weirdos in San Francisco. They're making all the decisions about Star Wars. We can complain. You're not fighting to... Oh my
God. So, okay. Well, that literally is me covering the part which I was saying getting disliked. So, okay, Matt?
And before you, hold on. Before you people say this is old news, this is no, this is completely relevant, because merging the very movement that mocked the EU community, mocked Marvel 108, called everything related to the EU movement as fake news. I mean, this stuff is still in my comment section, in my freaking videos related to it, which we're gonna show in this freaking clip right now. All the freaking stuff they said.
Yep.
No, I'm serious. We're showing that.
Well, Well, okay, we're not going to show the entire 40 minutes. We'll leave a link for that, just in case. We're going to show the more relevant parts, like the 108 one.
Yeah,
And
but
the
it's true. They called everything fake.
Yep, literally, they were laughing their asses off in the video.
Them and their supporters. Like, I don't care how old this is. The fact that Matt Wilkins expects me to toe the line to be so I can be part of the EU community. So I have to accept the very people that mocked me. No, just no. That is absurd. Like I said, I'm not going to deal with abusive people.
Yep.
I'm not some freaking some spouse that wants to go back to their abusive partner because I have nowhere else to go. No.
Yeah. Indeed. So, well, there is that. Now, okay, anything else to say on this 4-minute video before we move to the next part?
I think this entire, video that he did was completely hypocritical. It truly was. Like, cyberbullying. It's like, Matt doesn't even know what it's like to be freaking stalked all over the internet. I've been stalked. People even threatened to dox me a few times, in the past few years because of my affiliation, with the EU community.
Yep. Indeed.
It's like freaking Matt Wilkins wants to talk about cyberbullying. We're not stalking you or your viewers on every freaking video that they go to. That's what they do.
He claims we were stalking him.
That with, a certain person.
Stalking freaking Matt. Are you kidding me? Matt, we don't go anywhere near Matt Wilkins. I don't even reply to his comments in any of his freaking videos. Matt Wilkins is is acting like an SJW. I mean, screw it. He is an SJW. He's just like Jeremy.
And I wonder from who he got all those lessons.
I'm not calling it. It's only a matter of time before Matt Wilkins, if he hasn't already, by the time we upload this, appeared on Geeks and Gamers. It's only a matter of time.
So far, he's only made a comment on it on Geeks Gamers.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. I'm calling it. I mean, this entire online harassment, this was a calculated move of his as a way to ostracize anyone that speaks out against him.
And people like a CJH, like he tries to attack Dark Zenobia all the time, whenever he can.
Yeah.
Even in Twitter.
Yep.
He literally stalks Dark Zenobia's videos.
Yep.
Yeah,
So to say that,
I've had multiple stalkers over the years. You don't know what it's like to be cyberbullied, Matt. Stop acting like such a freaking victim.
like Boa Man, he stalked your channel for a while.
Yeah.
He still does.
And
Yep.
by the way, guys, speaking of acting like the victim, we should discuss the reaction to that 4-minute video. What happened?
Of course.
So, okay, guys, the reaction to it. Let's just say that several of our supporters definitely turned against us. I believing what Matt said, even though Matt didn't really prove much evidence other than his words. So there is that.
There was even a fandom menacer who's been on, the High Council before.
Who's that girl's name?
Mary
that
Mayhem, I
woman.
think is the name.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Who apparently has a crush on Ryan Kinno. Which is something. So, yeah. And, yeah, it's, okay. Oh, and here's something. This gonna definitely make us laugh to some extent. Now, I think we should discuss, okay, if we're discussing the reaction, we should discuss what Matt said after the video was uploaded. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna show you guys what Matt said in one comment. We can't show you the whole feed because apparently the user that made the comment and to which Matt is replying somehow all of his comments got deleted, except the second half after Matt responded, which is weird. How did they get deleted? But okay. So, okay, guys, let's read this out. So, Matt Wilkins, he says to Justice League, have to stop you right there. He sent it to the Skype, which I hardly signed into. Emails I do read. I couldn't respond to everyone because there were so many. KMT, which is Killer Mary Tran, doesn't need to address the people that harass her, and neither do I. I haven't said anything bad about B-Level, but he said plenty about me. I'm not about petty fights on the internet with anonymous people. This channel is a hobby, not my life. I make videos of the things I love. People are welcome to have a different opinion and can even hate me if that's what they want. But it was spilling over into my regular viewers, and that is not cool. So as a way to respond to all my emails, I made this video letting everyone know I was fine. Longtime viewers know I travel for work and I'm not as active on YouTube when I'm gone. People who don't watch my videos explicitly asking why aren't you responding don't understand or watch my videos when informed folks I'll be out. I have a life outside of YouTube I enjoy, and for people to say this channel should be my top priority is ridiculous. Don't respond, don't retaliate is the first rule to follow when being harassed online, and that's what I plan to do. Love the EU? Then you're welcome to watch. Want me to be confrontational, put down others in videos? You have to go elsewhere because that's not me. That's the comment.
That's ironic, considering the fact his video about online harassment was putting us all on blast.
Yeah.
Okay, so he could, he could basically mock and laugh at people during his quote-unquote hobby. But when people call him out, it's just a hobby. I don't need to really respond to those people. I mean, what kind of reaction is that?
Yeah.
This entire video was a reaction to us turning on him. This is a sick and twisted joke. I mean, this comment makes no sense if you truly think about it.
It doesn't.
I mean, it contradicts his own video.
And okay, here's something. Okay, he sent it to the Skype, which you hardly signed into. Ironic, B-Level has evidence that you did sign in and actually read his stuff.
Yeah, and there's evidence that he looked at the messages B-Level sent him.
Yeah, so that's a lie.
Which we're showing right now.
Yeah, so there is that. He says that he couldn't respond to everyone because there were so many. Ironic, in terms of emails. Ironic that he says okay, here's where I'm like, huh? He's like, I'm not about petty fights on the internet with anonymous people. This channel is a hobby, not my life. Okay.
And what was the point of the Q&A? What was the point of this of this online harassment video if it wasn't anything but petty fights?
Yeah, and
you brought this on yourself, Matt Wilkins. You should have, if you didn't want this freaking thing to happen in the first place, you should have taken a page from James Roth. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to bring up James Roth.
AKA the MGM.
Hey, if you don't want the heat, stay away from the fire. It's very simple.
Exactly.
I've been on YouTube since 2008, and I've dealt with worse controversies than what you're suffering from now.
Yeah. And okay, here's something. If your channel is a hobby and not your life, Matt, why are you prioritizing? Why, after you say in your channel update that you don't have room to make your Q&A and that you're pretty busy, and you're moderating for Ryan Kinos' 2-hour live stream, making comments to several people, making a Q&A out of nowhere, like literally, and still uploading several videos and apparently reporting us to YouTube. Explain to me that one. Is it your hobby or your life? Which one?
Let's be honest here. YouTube isn't going to really do anything. I mean, YouTube doesn't take these kind of things seriously.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, so the next thing here is like, I make videos of the things I love. People are welcome to have a different opinion and can even hate me if that's what they want, but it was spilling over into my regular viewers, and that is not cool. Okay.
your regular viewers. Who's doing this blasting podcast again? We were once one of your regular viewers.
Right.
So we're not regular viewers.
Like the selective arguments, like using against the things that is, convenient for him, or when it's used against him. What was that? Why are you bullying me? I mean, seriously, stop it. It makes you whiny. It makes you look like a whiny bitch, and it doesn't help your situation either.
Yeah. Indeed. And there's like 2 or 3 in which he's saying that I travel for work and I'm not as active on YouTube when I'm gone. Liar.
I saw you commenting on multiple people on your EU video. I mean, this guy is trying to lie. At least try to do something that's convincing.
And Geeks and Gamers video, which is surprising. So there is
Considering his previous stance on that, you know what? Let's play that clip again of him mocking Jeremy.
Here it is.
P says, "Oh no, you're not going to go full remember and like that, smash that whatever button." Yeah, I hate that. I thought about doing a video. I still might do a video making fun of someone on YouTube who does that a lot. I can't stand it.
Cut. Yeah, so there is that. Oh, and here's the best part of that comment. Love the EU, you're welcome to watch. Want me to be confrontational and put down others in videos? You have to go as well because that's not me. What is this video about again, Matt? What is this video about? This online harassment video?
Your entire video was to
be confrontational.
To be confrontational and silence every one of your critics. So we wouldn't be able to be welcomed in our own communities. I don't know I don't think you're that intelligent, to be honest with you, Matt, but you don't realize is how much your words have an impact on people. You are essentially giving people free reign to harass anyone that criticizes you.
Yep.
Like some of our former supporters, I believe they turned against us out of fear of being harassed.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, Matt Wilkins, if you ask me, what you did was you bullied some of our supporters into turning against us because they didn't want to be harassed by the fandom menace. So indeed. I find your, video nothing more than empty words. If you actually truly meant what you said, you would not have done what you did in the September Q&A. And don't even think that we're going to forget it. And don't even try to delete it because we will download it
have the evidence that's in this
and archive it. Hell, we'll do an archive if we have to make it.
Yeah.
3 of us have downloaded the video.
Yep.
Yeah.
So don't even attempt to delete it, Matt. It'll make you look even worse.
Yep. Indeed. And speaking of
that's
deleting,
just a friendly warning, Matt. I'm being nicer than I should be, honestly, in this podcast.
It's only because we cannot go emotional. But anyway, okay. So Justice League, this comment for some reason is up, but his previous ones aren't, which is odd. We're gonna show it here in the screen so you can see it because it's a little longer than Matt's. So there is that. Okay, viewers, you saw that comment. Now, here's Matt's response to that guy, Justice League. Matt Wilkins, Justice League. That's fine. I think people need to realize is I'm not going to judge anyone simply by affiliation. If my best friend's wife is mean, am I not going to be friends with him because he's married to her? Anyone who knows me, I don't generalize people like that. Anyone and everyone is welcome to discuss Star Wars on my channel as long as they're respectful to one another. Glad we had this chat. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. That's the comment.
That's ironic considering you generalized everyone in the State of Star Wars server. You generalized all of me and Iron Inquisitor and B-level supporters. That is very cute coming from you, Matt Wilkins.
I lost brain cells.
Oh, me too.
Yep. This is wow.
What? I mean, oh. Okay, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. You know what's funny, guys? This comment is kind of interesting. So he says he doesn't judge anyone simply by affiliation, and yet you judge us as cyberbullies, and you judge us as not being part of the EU movement because we don't like the Phantom Menace.
And a leftist echo chamber.
A leftist echo chamber. That is hilarious, Matt, considering the fact that I'm probably the only leftist in my own server. And
General is not even political, and I hate everyone. Basically.
It's like we all get along. I mean, everyone on my server is not even a leftist, pretty much. I'm the only one. And we all get along just fine. A leftist echo chamber, Matt, you never actually went to our server. You never actually interacted with any of our members. So so what you're doing right now is generalizing. You're generalizing everyone in my server, despite the fact that I have someone in my server that's a Christian. I have, someone that's, that's more right-leaning. I mean, a good chunk of my people here are more right-leaning than I am, and I don't freaking go after them. Here's the problem with Matt Wilkins. You don't like us because we don't want to welcome everyone because we value freaking quality over quantity. We don't want just anyone. If this was a left-wing echo chamber, I know what a left-wing echo chamber looks like. I am in Facebook groups that are left-wing. You don't know what you're talking about. You never actually looked at our server. Most of what we talk about on our server isn't even politics. I mean, in fact, one of the first rules is no politics. In fact,
and
you know what, guys?
I wrote that, by the way. I wrote it.
You know what, guys? Show our rules right now, so everyone can see what the Star Wars stands for.
Yeah.
Because you, Matt Wilkins, claiming that we're a left-wing echo chamber is actually ironic, considering the Phantom Menace is a right-wing echo chamber, and anyone that's on the left of them, even moderate conservatives, are not welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked to people from other countries that were more right-leaning, and I get along with them. So what is this absurdity about a left-wing echo chamber? It's so dumb. The thing of Star Wars is not right or left. It's our only agenda is Star Wars.
Yep. Indeed.
I mean, we even adjusted some of our rules not too long ago to accommodate people who follow the new canon, so they feel more welcome.
And
like Clint.
By the way, Matt, that happened because of you, by the way. That situation in which apparently, okay, I'm not going to say much, but let's just say that B-level is not really feeling too well right now because of what you did, Matt. And his members had no choice but to go to our server for now. So,
and here's another about the Council of Exile. Like the state of Star Wars, we have people with very diverse opinions. In fact, I argue we're more diverse, and I'm not just bragging, than anyone in the Phantom Menace. I mean, there's diversity of thought all the damn time in our server. We don't always agree on everything.
And B-level is Canadian, General is Mexican, and I'm Korean, so it's not exclusively American.
Yeah.
And and that is the problem with Matt Wilkins. Your channel, along with the Phantom Menace, is an American right-wing echo chamber.
Yep.
That's what it's become.
The only reason why we followed you, Matt, was because of your expanded universe knowledge, videos, and content. Nothing about politics or who should be in it.
Hold on, and didn't you say at one point that even though we disagree politically, that you wouldn't mind having a drink or hanging out? What happened to that?
We have a common goal, and see, I'm willing to put aside politics for a common goal.
Actually, I think this is the perfect way that we should segment to the next part, discussing Matt's actual, let's just say, hanging out in the time that he was in our server, discussing the time that Matt was actually in our server. Yes, he was here. He was on Discord.
Wait, Matt was the kid Karako? Or
Yes,
what was
he was Kid Cardco. Yeah, he was here. He was here. And me, Dark Snovia, and B-Level Star Wars, we did a call with him, a voice channel call. And we were discussing several things, but the most specific thing was discussing the fandom menace and what they did, what they represented, pretty much everything they did. And that conversation, I don't want to say it went in a good way, but I don't want to say in a bad either, because it wasn't really like, we didn't really end up hitting each other or anything. I actually, okay, longtime viewers of Dark Snovia know how much he easily gets angry. This is actually one of those occasions that he actually was the most level-headed, respectful of all of us. He actually he literally was not angry. The one that was actually the closest to getting angry was me. When we were talking about the Marietta situation, actually, I was the one that was starting to lose his shit because Matt actually did not believe us. He didn't believe that the Phantom Menace attacked Marietta. He didn't. And why? Because Ryan Kinnell showed him the Bounding Into Comics website and their article about Marietta, which is basically saying that, the 501st is they are doing a mass reporting campaign orchestrated by this artist called Marietta in an attempt to attack geeks and gamers. Yeah.
Bounding Comics is obviously Fandom Menace. This is like wishful thinking point. No logical human being would just go and say, this is true. I mean, oh my God, somebody needs to talk.
We talked with Matt.
Yeah. Well, and here's sorry.
You want to say it?
I'll give my perspective when you're done.
Okay. Here's something else. We actually showed Matt evidence. We showed him screenshots of the Twitter. What was going on in it?
Guess what he did?
He didn't believe us. In fact, before we even showed him, he straight up told us that whatever we do, you will not convince me. I'm already convinced. You cannot really change my mind. He said that. He did. And if he denies it, then he's a liar.
Hey, so much for tolerance and different perspectives.
And that's the part where I come in. Matt Wilkins, don't even attempt to lie about this because you were there. One of the rare occasions where I'm more level-headed than general, I was trying to accommodate you to the best of my ability because you don't understand how nervous I was talking to you at that time. It was the first time that I was speaking to the person that helped me build my channel to what it is today. You have no idea what that was like for me. And I was trying my hardest to not drive you away from our server or think we're a bunch of SJWs. I held General back just to leave a good first impression. And I tried everything. And as a sign of trust, which you broke not too long after the call, I gave you my name, which is something that I rarely do to people. I only do it with people that I talk to regularly or people that I admire. I don't ever do that.
And speaking of trust, he actually broke mine more than yours, Dark Snovia, because, okay, I'm going to show you guys here in the podcast my private conversations with Matt Wilkins prior and post the call. And no, I don't feel bad for showing this because considering that Matt Wilkins considers me a cyber bully and somebody he wouldn't have a rational civil conversation with, I feel insulted by that. And I feel like I should show this. So this is my conversation with Matt Wilkins. The first. In fact, I was the first one he interacted with when he came into Discord. When he even had Discord for the first time. Literally. We were having a civil conversation. I was telling him how to use Discord, how to download it, how everything. And once he got it ready, we had a talk, literally a discussion in a call. We're doing a call. We were talking about expanded universe stuff and other stuff. We were just having fun. There was not much of an issue. We didn't talk Fandom Menace because I wanted to leave that for when Dr. Snowy and B-Level got here. But yeah, we're having conversations. And you want to know how much I actually gave Matt Wilkins a trust, in terms of, how would you call it, Dr. Snovia? The sign of trust? I actually showed him a picture of me getting into an X-Wing. Yeah, showing my face. If that's not a sign of trust, which I rarely show my face, let alone say my name. Literally. In fact, not even you guys. You've seen my face. I've shown the same picture, but I haven't even told you guys my name. But yeah, so I showed him that picture. Literally. No, I'm not showing it here in the podcast. I'm cutting it because I don't want to show my face in live on YouTube. So
understandable.
Yeah.
So there is that. But I did show it. And literally that, and I showed him my Expanded Universe collection, as you can see here. Like literally, we were having cool conversation. Like I thought he would be nice and good enough that we would have trust, we will have respect and trust and collaborate with him in the future. And yeah, I thought about that. And after the call, I saw that Matt was still in the general voice chat of our server, and I was just like, hey Matt, you're testing our general voice chat? Lol. And sorry, clicking like an idiot. Yeah, I mean, we thought we were having fun, so there was not much. Now, okay, this next part. So after the call between me, Dark Snovia, B-Level, and Matt, talking about Marietta, the Phantom Menace, etc., I gave Matt this long message in which I tried to apologize for my anger, my rage, my small rage that I had in the call, because I was kind of losing it at times when he was not listening to us. So I made this message as a means of literally just having no more bad blood between us. That we should basically that I don't want you and me, Matt, to hate each other because of that. So I wanted to apologize for what I did. I was apologizing, explaining why I got that way and why it happened. And I was telling him that if he still has a personal problem with me, even if I apologized, okay, that's fine. But at the very least, talk to the other guys in the server, Dark Snovia, Iron Inquisitor, etc. They're good people that you should talk to them. I told him that. And that he shouldn't feel alienated from the State of Star Wars server or from talking to us just because of me. That's what I told him. I wanted, if I couldn't get in the good side of Matt, I wanted you guys to at least could talk to him, even if he didn't want to. That's what I wanted with that message. Okay, that is what I'm showing. And Matt okay. Now here's what Matt responded with. Here it is. For you guys that watching it, is part 7. So, okay, Matt says, hello, yes, you made your message clear. No one affiliated with the Phantom Menace should be included within the EU community. I got it. However, I have to remove myself from the group because that doesn't line up with my beliefs. I choose not to discriminate anyone, regardless of their affiliations, as long as they love the EU. The message on my channel has always been inclusive, and I plan to keep it that way. Please don't get me wrong. It's your group, and you make the rules on who's welcome and who's not. I have no argument with that. And as I said in our discussion, I'm not in the business of telling people what to do. You do what you feel is right, and that's your prerogative. Other than that, I enjoyed the talk and look forward to having another one in the future. Thank you again for helping me navigate Discord. It just made a lot of my video gaming friends happy. Have a good night, sir. And after that, he literally left our server.
I'm not gonna tolerate the intolerable.
What do you guys think of that?
People, he literally did not even give us a chance. This is what I said earlier about our Discord not being a whatever echo chamber Matt thinks it is. He never actually bothered interacting with anyone in our Discord. Not King Nazaru, not Avalon. We have some new members, that recently joined us, but they weren't here at the time.
HK47, Jim Macedonio, your brother Dark Snovia, Revan, Watarohi.
It's like he never interacted with anyone but me in general.
Yeah.
He never interacted with any of us. Look, really, on outside the chat. He never even talked to anyone in the Discord. That's what I find insulting, because if he actually knew these people, he would know it wasn't a left-wing echo chamber, and that is intellectually dishonest.
Hey, to be honest, I think we're more tolerant than Matt and his. I mean, seriously, we even accept Disney canon fans.
Yeah, literally.
We even made a new rule to make it so our group that we created was more tolerant towards dual canon fans.
Yeah, literally. And okay, here's the next thing. After I got the message from Matt, I actually was not only scared for what Dark Zenobia would say, because as Dark Zenobia said, he was afraid to alienate Matt Wilkins. And when I got that response from Matt, I literally thought that Dark Zenobia was going to kill me. I literally thought that he was going to literally scold the shit out of me. And so I made this long response explaining Matt what I basically explained to him what the message was really about. And if you notice in the parts, I literally am there are times that I even tell myself that I'm an idiot, that I shouldn't have even said it. And literally, I even at times you don't know this, guys, but that emoji in which I see please and crying, I was actually tearing up because I actually thought I was a complete idiot. I'm not kidding. I actually was emotional about that. I literally thought I fucked up, and I literally thought I was more than dead. So that I left a long message so that Matt would see it, and so he would come back to the server. In terms of, because at the time I thought I screwed up. It wasn't because Matt didn't give us a chance. So then here's Matt's response to that. He said, "Hey brother, sorry about the delayed response, but telling you this is a very busy week for me would be an understatement. Work, family, events, and other responsibilities haven't left me much time to converse. Don't beat yourself up. You're not an idiot. We just have different opinions, is all. I'm happy to talk to all of you again because I love conversing with EU fans. So don't worry about that. We're good, brother. No worries. Have a fantastic rest of your week, my friend. We'll talk again soon." That's what he said, as you can see here. And then I told him, "Thanks for a late response, Matt. Better late than never, and also for understanding in the end what my message was." And then I asked him, when can I send him an invite so he can join our server? I told him he doesn't have to show up as always, but I literally was like, "You need to get here before Dark Zenobia knows that you left, because then he's gonna kill me." So yeah, literally. I even had a role for him, literally the big Ewok friend. Yeah, we literally had that. And after that, no answer until 2 days later, in which I saw that Matt was awake. I told him, "Hi Matt, are you awake early like I am?" And I said, "Well, I'm awake because of college, actually. One of your twins must have woken you up early again or left your computer or laptop on. That's why Discord's registering you as online." And I said, "Yes, sir. The girls are the animals." As you can see, the conversation is just just being friendly. And then I asked Matt, when can we do the podcast, The Dark Empire? Because we actually had plans of doing a Defending Dark Empire podcast, especially now after we saw the D23 trailer, more than confirmed that Palpatine's coming back. So, and among other stuff. So Yeah, and Matt said, I told him that we're thinking of doing it probably in October or November. What is the best time for you? And he said, the dot far out, I'm unsure, but when it gets close to the time, let me know and I'll see you. I can do arrangements. I told Matt, we can do it in September if you want. We don't really have a set time. And he said, whatever works best for the group is fine by me. Sure, I'll look into it. Do you usually record on Fridays? I said, yeah, we usually do at times. Rarely we do it on other days. Today's Saturday. Then he said, okay, and you do them every week? And I said, no, only when we want to do it and we're ready to do it. We plan on doing it 1 or 2 weeks ahead of time. And then I told him that. And yeah, I mean, I also asked him his time zone and everything. And apparently he has the same time zone as I am. So there is that. And after that, no answer. I even messaged him on August 30. I think he was online at that time, I remember, but no answer. September 1, no answer. Until September 4, he answered. He said, hey, brother, sadly, I'll be unavailable for the next few months. I was asked by the president of the board at the local theater here in town to direct the next dinner theater in October. So I have to devote my time to cover that. I let B-Level know, but I wanted to send you a message too. Sorry I won't be able to make it, but I look forward to doing a podcast later on this year. So there was that. And I said, oh, okay, we can leave it for November, December if you want. And he said, November, we'll do fine. So there is that. And so yeah, we left for November and that was that. We didn't really have any hostilities. I don't know how it can be cyberbullying. So how am I cyberbullying?
This is the thing, people. We did not become hostile of Matt Wilkins in the blink of an eye. It happened after the Q&A. As you see right here, General was being civil and was bending over backwards to appease Matt Wilkins.
Literally.
I mean, Matt Wilkins has this mentality that we only interacted him on YouTube, and there's no interaction outside of YouTube in other materials. Man, we have to tell him it's wrong. We have to show these people because
yeah,
Matt seems to have a lot of cultists and believes whatever he says.
Indeed. So yeah. Also, okay, I want to mention something in terms of the timing of that conversation. Okay, August 20 something, all the way to September 4. Okay, got a question. I got a question. So Matt Wilkins says he's gonna be busy. There's no way to do podcasts. Why are you doing a podcast with Ryan Kinnell, Christopher Nelson, and Geeks Addict? Why are you moderating with Ryan Kinnell? And why are you doing a Q&A out of nowhere?
Why were you able to comment to a bunch of people online in Geeks and Gamers, but wasn't able to comment in a single comment made by B-Level?
Yeah. So, no, but this was before the Q&A.
Oh, before.
How? Okay, I can understand if you're busy, man, and you can't really do podcasts unless it's one of your own, in which the more civilized age, I would have understood it. Even if it has Ryan Kinnell, I would have understood it. But why moderating for Ryan Kinnell? Why getting a Q&A out of nowhere? Like, where did that come from? Like, seriously. And all these comments to other people and to Geeks and Gamers. Like, are you actually busy or not?
Okay, here's the thing I always have to say. I mean, it's your YouTube channel, your life, so you can do whatever you want. But you can't just go around lying to people and expect people not to be upset about it. That's another thing people have to know.
Indeed. So, hey guys, so anything else to mention on this?
If I have to be honest here, people, if this doesn't convince you that Matt Wilkins isn't a two-face, I don't know what will.
Wow.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I guess those
General CG
and except are blind.
I mean, General CG, even after what the call, did the best that he could to try to get Matt Wilkins to stay in our server and not leave. I tried to accommodate Matt Wilkins to the point where I told General to hold back. We did everything we could to try to stay on Matt's good side.
Yeah.
And what did he do? A few weeks later, he does a live Q&A and berates us live and lies about the state of Star Wars server.
Yeah, literally. Oh, something I forgot. Sorry, I want to mention this.
Sorry,
I want to mention this quickly. Okay, in that long, because I forgot to discuss this, but I did show it to you guys. So in this long conversation that I had with Matt, that long message in which after I saw his response to my previous long message, I actually told Matt that screw the Phantom Menace conversations. I don't care at this point if you kind of like them. I don't even want to mention them in front of you anymore because I want to avoid unnecessary bad blood between us. Screw that shit. I want you to be part of our State of Star Wars server, regardless of where you or I stand in the Phantom Menace situation. I don't care at this point about what you think about them. We want you in our server, and we won't gatekeep you from it at all for whatever reasons. Please stay in our server, please. Literally, I even went as far as not even talking about the Phantom Menace with Matt Wilkins. I went that far. How can you say I was not trying to accommodate him? Literally, I went that far. I was willing to let it just to B-level Star Wars and Dark Synovia to talk about that with Matt. I literally silenced myself.
If you ask me, what Matt Wilkins, what we did for Matt Wilkins, we went farther than we should have. But that's how much we both respected him. And the fact that we are cyberbullies is not only a disgusting lie, but it's intellectually dishonest. Also, the state of Star Wars, I brought this up earlier. I don't care if I bring it up again. No one in this Discord is left-wing except me. And the very fact that he says it's a left-wing echo chamber is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I got a question. Where did he say that? The left-wing thing.
Well, didn't he say that essentially?
I don't remember. That one, you said he's mentioned it. Where did he say it?
I think I heard it through B-level or Dark Synovia, one of you.
We have no real mention that he...
Okay, maybe if that's wrong, I'll have to say sorry.
Whatever.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Even if it's not of left-wing, he still labeled our server as something other than what it truly is. So it still kind of applies.
Well,
what?
That he still labeled our server as something that wasn't really something that incorrect, something false. That's what I'm saying. Like he labeled us as something other than literally being a server for the little guy, to give the little guy a voice, and for everyone to just discuss fandom. Star Wars, and even some other IPs at other points. The only thing we don't discuss is real life politics, because discussing that shit is only going to give trouble. I know it.
Which is the reason why we don't want the Phantom Menace on our server or in the Star Wars fandom.
Yeah,
that
because
is exactly
nobody...
the reason why.
They're going to affect everything with that political crap.
Because nobody here cares about those cultural warrior bullshit.
And we actually had 2 Phantom Menacers, or people that brought politics to their server, and they got banned. We actually had it. So there is...
You actually had a Phantom Menacer on the server?
Yes.
Wow. We had Latvian... Yeah. One of the most... Latvian Dragon being the most famous example. Oh, at one point, we had an Anomaly Inc. here.
Yeah,
the guy who recently got very popular, people?
Yeah.
Those who watch him, he was once part of our server.
Yeah.
So how can you say... What?
He's actually in one of my Discord servers.
Oh, that's something.
Really?
But
it's like, so how can you say that we're not inclusive?
Yeah.
That is so absurd. even though Anomaly Inc. does have people that are fandom menaces that watch him, we had him on our server despite him being more sympathetic towards their views.
Yeah.
Hell, Mad Max, if I ever could get him, I would invite him here, despite me not agreeing with him on a lot of stuff he says. The thing is, fandom is what comes first. And you know what, Matt Wilkins? You turned your back on fandom the moment you decided to toe the fandom menace line.
Yep.
The EU community this is bigger than the EU community at this point. This is the soul of Star Wars itself is being crushed by the fandom menace. It's become to the point where it's not enjoyable for people to talk about Star Wars because the fandom menace has made it impossible.
Yes, all this drama. For example, me, like, the only reason why I haven't finished Jedi is because all this crap is just ruining my enjoyment of the Star Wars franchise.
Yep. And I want Iron to finish that book, but screw you, Fandom Menace and Matt Wilkins, for ruining this shit. Screw
I want the new Jedi Order.
Should we bring B-level? Should we bring up what happened with B-level?
Well,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. First we should discuss B-level's his comment, what he said in regards to Matt's 4-minute video. By the way, we kind of forgot to mention that in the 4-minute video. So, okay. First of all, he made this comment, this one in which that you're seeing here right now. He was clarifying everything to Matt Wilkins. This long comment, as you guys can see here. There it is. You want to know what happened to the comment? Matt deleted it. He deleted it. Literally.
You cannot find it.
I know some people will get tired of this joke again, and I'm gonna say it again. So much for tolerance, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, why act like an SJW, Matt?
Yep. This literally is, yep. I mean, and speaking of, this actually should leads into the next topic, showing the kinds of people that Matt Wilkins endorses. We're going to be showing you guys several comments here from people that Matt Wilkins is now welcoming in his channel. So there is the first,
including Black Angus, who did a video mocking freaking the 501st Legion and the person that was hospitalized, and not to mention one of the people that harassed her.
Yep. Here it is, guys, for you to see. And also, apparently, Matt is also allowing in his videos some real-life political shit. Yep. There's this comment from somebody that said, Trump MAGA 2020 in a board games video. Let that sink in.
That has no business being there.
Yep. None.
Well, it's funny. Matt lets those comments stay, but not a civil comment that B-level left.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Literally. Oh, and by the way, that comment of Trump 2020 MAGA is still there. He hasn't even deleted it. Yep. That is the time. Oh, and here's some others, by the way, of literally new people that came out of nowhere. Fandom Menacers, to be precise. Some Fandom Menacers, others just literally came out of just nowhere. Like, literally. Matt is bringing up people that were never before here. And, oh, there's another MAGA comment. That's ironic. Yeah. I mean... and also Scoundrels Cantina, because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
what's
Yo,
this comparison about degenerates and deplorables.
Oh God! Don't get me started. I mean, yeah, you know that same video that Scoundrel Cantina did that was completely out of nowhere, which wasn't even about Star Wars. It was about politics. which I'm not going to bring it up again, but that much, but where it used a lot of language that the Nazis used in the 1920s when they were talking about Jews. They were using that kind of footage for gays and trans, and also it made no sense. And when they were called out on being homophobes and transphobes, that they tried to silence me in B level. Yeah, you know, Matt says he's open for open discussion. These are the same people that had their community posts taken down multiple times for violating YouTube's terms of service.
Yep.
These people have had a hatred for me and B level ever since those two videos because of their posts. They've incited their followers to harass me and B level to the point where they would silence us. Matt, this is the kind of person Matt Wilkins is welcoming. Oh, let's bring up Jessie Milestone. You know, a woman that got banned from Twitter for, you know, saying that she wants to shoot someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, this crazy woman, or what about that Star Wars?
People like this on your channel.
Or that Star Wars girl who's exploiting the tragedy of her sister to garner sympathy and attack anyone that criticizes her and uses her sister to hide behind criticism. I mean, two people were harassed by these two individuals. I mean, Wiley, the guy who, you know, yeah, I don't care what you think of his reaction towards the teaser trailer for Rise of Skywalker. Does that really justify harassing the guy?
No.
Yeah, and John Talk Star Wars did this, and his followers harassed them, and Geeks and Gamers made a joke of it.
Yeah, he made a freaking joke.
And speaking of which, Geeks and Gamers constantly pushes politics in his videos, and let's be honest here, people, talking about SJWs and at this point is political, because so many people when they bring up SJWs, they bring politics into it. Like, he brings politics into almost every video that he does.
Yep, literally.
I mean, he essentially is inviting these ghouls into the expanded universe community, and I'm telling you, you're not going to recognize it in a few months.
Yep, literally.
Matt Wilkins has literally opened the gate for all these people to enter.
Yep.
And you know, let's be honest here. There's a good chunk of people that hate Filoni, honestly, and if Phantom Menace supports Filoni, what's going to happen to them? Honestly, but then again, that's a different discussion. Whatever.
Yeah.
But still, Matt Wilkins has essentially set the seeds for the expanded universe community to implode. It's already happened on YouTube, and it's going to happen on Facebook and Twitter.
Yep.
Dark Synovia.
What?
Address Matt Wilkins fanboys' comments or responses to us.
Yeah, basically, we should do that. Yep.
Oh yeah, speaking of, they are now starting to mass dislike Jordan's videos.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say mass dislike, but they have more dislikes than normal.
Yep, literally. So, okay, we should go with okay. After the backlash on the Q&A happened, as well as other videos, okay, Matt claims that we harassed his viewers. Okay, let's show it, guys. Let's show it. Who actually was the one that harassed here? Let's show it, guys. Let's show it. First of all, okay, the guy you were talking to, Dark Synovia, that you said before, Julius Holst. That guy. Literally. Okay, Dark Synovia, you want to discuss it since we're showing it here? What happened?
Well, this guy's been stalking me for a while now. I wasn't aware that he was until a few days ago, as of this recording.
Wait, so he's been stalking you for a week now?
I don't know how long he's been stalking me. To be honest, I don't keep track of the. What?
Oh, never mind. What are you saying, Dark Synovia?
I can't keep track of every stalker. There's so damn many of them. Anyway, this guy was gloating. Yeah, Matt, this guy was gloating that everything that I did was in vain. He was literally gloating about it. He was essentially spit in my face and laughed at the very fact that that I'm kicked out of the very community that I once supported. Now, to be honest with you, Matt, I don't care at this point that I'm not welcomed in the expanded universe community, because thanks to you, I feel like the movement has left me, because everything that the goals that I wanted, I don't feel like you really care about anymore. If you truly cared about the expanded universe being continued, you would not have associated yourselves with these ghouls that stalk me, that stalk B-Level, that stalk Iron Inquisitor, that stalk every one of my viewers. You are playing the victim. I don't understand, Matt, why, you think it's okay for you to attack us, but when we blow back, we're considered the cyberbullies. If you ask me, Matt, what you did in your videos has incited harassment towards us, because you given the okay for these people to attack us because you have their support.
In fact, guess what? If you check right now some of B-Level's videos, literally he's getting attacked. Especially in the one in which you did a collaboration with him, Dark Snovia, about Matt Wilkins. That one specifically. It's the one that got more dislikes and also got more comments from Matt's people. Literally. Like Angus even. Oh, and here's something funny. Black Angus says Matt didn't reply because he was too busy hanging with Little Lightning and the Fandom Menace. And he puts a link to it. That's funny. Oh, and here's another comment in B-Level's video that says that we're babies.
I find that cute because Matt Wilkins did a video acting like an SJW because we called him a sellout.
These are the people who are complaining about a movie that was released more than a year ago.
And some of these same people are complaining about the prequels.
Oh, and it's been more than a decade.
And more like 20 years.
No, I'm going by the Revenge of the Sith release. Still.
Oh, by the way,
Oh my God.
I find it funny that, well, not funny. I find it ironic that Black Angus reviews, shortly after Matt did that video, literally, he is on B-Level Star Wars' channel, literally making all sorts of comments and harassing. Yep.
And mind you guys, Black Angus was mocking our movement not like back in March.
What was he saying?
Just to show the comment from my video. When I was exposing the Fandom Menace for saying crap about the EU movement in Marvel 108. The comments are still there. I did not delete them.
And if they are deleted, well, it wasn't us who deleted them. So there is
that. I mean, it's not like they're not there. I mean, seriously, Matt Wilkins is supporting a psychopath that harassed a woman on the 501st and mocked them. And not to mention, Evan V. Skyver made a joke of we better not. You can find out my community tab. You could show it. It's disgusting. Evan V. Skyver basically.
Didn't Black Angus brag about killing someone during his military day?
Yeah, I remember reading that.
Yeah, what's funny is
what's wrong with him?
People say I'm mentally deranged. Yet what about Black Angus? This guy claims he's killed people.
We need to show those comments. We need to show those comments, literally.
And CJH says that Dark Sinoia needs to have therapy help.
Yeah.
Which is funny considering that their entire movement's based on a movie that they hate.
Yeah. Or a guy who was literally writing about a book, a shitty book about how he hated a movie.
Yep. So, indeed, guys. Yeah, we apparently are the cyber bullies, but apparently Matt Spiors and him are not. Huh? That's funny.
You know what's fun? Well, one thing I find ironic about this people, none of these people knew who Matt was until a few weeks prior to the Q&A. None of them knew who he was.
Yeah.
This Mary May woman didn't even know and just started to appear out of nowhere and started asking.
She actually first appeared in Ryan Kenos's channel. That was the first time I ever saw her.
Matt's channel.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying is that I've never seen her before, like at all.
Yeah.
So
and then
what's up?
And then she started to claim that, why are you guys harassing Matt? Like you don't know the context of the whole thing. I mean, where did these people come out from? And they talk like they know what is happening.
Yep.
None of these people knew who Matt was until like a few weeks ago. Like that's as of this recording anyway.
Yep.
It's like these people are like defending Matt Wilkins like they've known him for years when we've known him longer than they have, which I find ironic.
Yep. I'm pretty sure the guys that know him the most out of here are you, Dark Snovia, Iron Inquisitor, and B-level Star Wars. More you, Dark Snovia.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's people that have known him a lot longer than me, but it doesn't matter if I have to be honest here.
Okay. So
I mean, it's irrelevant at this point. The point is, Matt Wilkins is endorsing some of the worst elements of the fandom, and he expects us to be inclusive and criticizes us for not wanting these people. I don't want this psychopath, Black Angus, in our community. This guy harassed a woman to the point where she could have died. I mean, it doesn't matter if it wasn't a heart attack or not. I don't care. Being hospitalized is a serious thing.
Yeah, it's serious.
Nothing to laugh about.
He laughed about it. So Evan Skyver also laughed about it too. I mean, these people are a bunch of evil ghouls. I'm not saying this to be emotional. I'm saying it to be objective.
Yep.
And harasses a charity organization.
Yep. Indeed.
Well, these people and Matt Wilkins are welcoming them in the EU community. But you know what, Matt Wilkins? You have no one to blame but yourself for this backlash. You have no one to blame but yourself. Your video that you did about online harassment, you want to know something, Matt? It only motivated us to blast you even harder than we originally were going to.
Oh, yes. Indeed.
You gave us more ammunition.
Oh, yes. In fact, actually, the closest we had to Matt's response after B-Levels and Dark Snovia's video was a podcast that he did with Callum Jones. That Callum Jones, Christopher Nelson did, and Matt commented on that. That was the closest. But this video, actually, it's a lot better. So we can literally blast it even better.
Again, Matt Wilkins, you should have followed James Roth's example. This would have blown over and people would have moved on with their lives. We would have just done the podcast and would have moved on, but you had to do that video, and you actually probably enhanced this podcast greatly by doing it. Thank you.
Yes, definitely.
Because you exposed yourself as a two-faced hypocrite that actually doesn't actually believe what you're saying, because you not only did you incite harassment for those who opposed you, you also mocked and made fun of me, B-Level, and Iron Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm.
And these same viewers that hate us and have hated us since March, they now feel empowered now because of that Q&A.
And the online harassment video.
You don't actually believe what you said in your video. If you truly did, you would have never had started this to begin with. Yes, me, Matt, you attacked us first with your Q&A.
Yep.
You started this drama on your own. And you know what? I don't feel sorry for you. There's many YouTubers that have gone through controversies, and most of them have handled it better than you.
Yep. I think the best examples of this are obviously James Rolfe and the most latest one of the latest ones, and actually my inspiration for this podcast, Pro Jared's controversy involving not just, I'm not going to get into details, but it basically involved his divorce and allegations that he was telling minors to show nude pictures to him on his secret Tumblr. He actually handled it by not only staying quiet for a good amount of time, but also getting all sorts of evidence and facts ready. And once he had it all ready, he put it in a long video showing to everyone what actually happened and what those two alleged people actually were doing. It was actually some sort of power play to get more fame out of Pro Jared's viewers. Yep. And Pro Jared managed to silence them with all sorts of facts and evidence. He retaliated, basically. That's actually my inspiration for this podcast. It's actually how we handle it.
We're not even supposed to do this podcast if Matt answered B levels.
Yep.
Oh.
That too.
Yeah, you had your chance, Matt Wilkins, and you blew it.
Threw it away.
You have no one to blame but yourself.
Yep. Literally.
And one more thing. I'm not gonna go out and oppose the expanded universe movement. If one of these days there is a new legend story published somehow by some miracle, I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna promote it. I'm not gonna freaking oppose legends getting continued because I'm not part of the movement anymore. But I'm not gonna endorse or support it as long as the Fandom Menace is affiliated with it. I will never, ever, ever be associated with the Fandom Menace. I would rather be hated for making a stand for something I truly believe in than be a sellout like you and have a bunch of drones. I'd rather have people who have a diverse thoughts like we have here. You never gave me or any of my fellow Fate of Star Wars, members a chance.
Yep.
We could have done a podcast together, Matt. We could have done amazing things, and we could have helped grow the EU community together. But instead, you turned your back on us and those who supported you, and instead went for the quick and easy path. You sold us out just for a few seconds of fame. And here's another thing. I never once thought I was so important to the EU community. I never thought I, was the face of the EU community or whatever kind of nonsense that your supporters, are fucking throwing out there. I never thought that. And also, I make YouTube content for me. I view it as a hobby. I don't care about maximizing my views or maximizing my subs.
Which, by the way, quick note before we continue, Dr. Novia, we're going to show you actually here, guys, the social blade of how much Matt's subscribers literally have increased since he started getting involved with Ryan Kinnell and the Fandom Menace. Yep. So as you can see, that literally it's nothing but fame for Matt Wilkins. Anyway, now continue, Dr. Novia.
Matt Wilkins values he values views and subs over, his own values or lack thereof. I would rather keep my integrity and be hated by majority of the fandom than sell out and and be a faker. People like me on YouTube not because I tell the opinions that are popular. People like me because I'm a real person. My most loyal supporters who supported me for years, they like my content because I'm a real person. Matt,
And you're very honest too.
You're a fake. You are fake, and I should have saw that one coming, from the very start.
Hey, there's no reason why we'll support Defender Menace. We must do what we must to ensure the
Yes.
survival of our beliefs.
Yes, I would rather leave the Star Wars fandom and actually preserve what I believe in. I value my integrity more than I value continuing the EU.
Yep.
I don't care. And as if this burns more bridges with the Star Wars fandom, to be honest with you, the bridges for the Star Wars fandom have already been burned. I have nothing but contempt for the Star Wars groups on Facebook because they haven't really done anything of worth for years. They haven't done anything of worth since, 2016. Marvel 108, this entire situation has opened my eyes to how weak the EU community truly was. If all it took was a few weeks to destroy the EU community, and that's being generous, I believe it was a few hours, then the EU community was weak to begin with. And all it took was a few individuals to destroy years of hard work.
Yep. Literally. What was that?
Nothing. Me?
Well, you said something, didn't you?
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
So I know
I
I haven't been taking this entire thing seriously. I've mostly just been making memes, but honestly, this entire situation is disgusting. This is gonna affect everything.
Yes, it will.
Imagine if we don't even get Legends Continue now because of this, and if people like Pablo Hidalgo find out about this shit that's going on. It's
which,
as Dark Snow said.
Actually, I think we should once again mention how.
Hold on, we'll let Beta Craig finish, General.
Actually, you can continue, General.
Okay, I was going to say that this will be the perfect time to once again reiterate and reinforce that if Lucasfilm, the 501st, find out the EU movement is affiliated themselves to Phantom Menace, it's not going to be pretty. So we're going to show this again.
If the EU never gets continued because of all this nonsense, don't go mind to us.
Okay. Here's an okay. All right. You finished?
No, I'm still going. If Lucasfilm finds out about all this, then it's over. It's done. And I think someone someone like Ted Larkin needs to a big person needs to get a voice out, because I think it's good that what we are doing, but most of us are small YouTubers and we're not going to get our voices out across that large if we're just making single videos. We need to we need a strong voice to tell everyone about this. And no, it can't be the Phantom Menace, because that's what Matt Wilkins is trying to do. He's trying to get recognition for the EU movement by letting people like Ryan Kendall and Geeks and Gamers represent it. But he doesn't know that if he represents the EU like this with the Phantom Menace, Lucasfilm will frame the EU movement as a toxic part of the fandom, and we won't get Legends Continued, which is our purpose in trying, our goal to do this.
Yeah.
Aiden, unfortunately, there are retards who have this argument. Since B-Level went to one of Ryan Kendall's video and said associating with the Phantom Menace will reduce the possibility of getting new EU content. Do you know what the morons replied? It says, just because Disney throws a hissy fit, we should give up? I mean, these people are irrational. I mean, these people cannot put aside their egos for a greater purpose.
I hate Disney. I think Disney's horrible. But if we're gonna get Legends, we need to work with Disney for this. We need to because you see, Disney was gonna put out 3 EU. They're gonna print out. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put out all the stories that connect to like 108.
They're gonna release it now, and them putting those 2 new games on the Nintendo Switch. They're obviously they see that we're actually going to play that. They're allowing for us to play our game with them. They're bringing out new EU stuff. And if we continue, this, that's good. But if they see, like I already said this, but if they see the associating with the Phantom Menace, they're gonna discontinue it because they don't want to support the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Well, as far as Disney's concerned, they don't see them as customers.
Yeah. They see them as a toxic hate group that just shits everything on Disney.
Which is what it is. In fact, we've seen them, Lucasfilm employees getting harassed by Phantom Menace, which we're going to show here again, the pictures, so we can reiterate it. But yep, there is that.
I mean, to this very day, Stephanie Genesek, harasses, Claudia Gray, Hidalgo, and Ryan Johnson and various other people. It's like these people won't stop.
I find it funny how they say that Ryan Johnson is attacking fans because he just called them man babies, and they're saying that he's labeling all Star Wars man babies.
Ryan Johnson is an entirely different problem, but these Phantom Menace are making us hard to criticize Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of feel sorry for Ryan Johnson with all the stuff that's going on with the Phantom Menace. At the time of Jedi release, I didn't, but now I feel a sympathy for him because of the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous that they're still harassing him. It's
been almost 2 years?
Yeah.
These are the same kind of people that harassed Jake Lloyd and the other person.
Ahmed Best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Natalie Portman.
All these people did this thing. I mean, the Phantom Menace, are some of the same people that harassed people for making the prequels.
And just like George Lucas, they're saying that Ryan Johnson raped their childhood by making The Last Jedi.
The roots could already be seen in 2005 and even 1999.
Okay, you want to know something? What if The Last Jedi was purposely made the way it was as a response to the way the Star Wars fandom has been reacting in the past 25 years against Star Wars?
And we cannot really prove it.
I don't know.
But that's a different topic. But still, Matt Wilkins talks about cyberbullying, yet these people have been bullying these people for years.
Yep.
And you know what? The EU movement almost died in 2015. I was there when it happened with The Force Awakens. When
spoiler jihad? What was that exactly again?
Yeah, you had the spoiler jihad, and you had I'm bringing this up because Matt Wilkins doesn't realize what he's doing. There was people that had their entire identities leaked for everyone to see. You had people getting death threats by Disney fanboys at the time.
Yep.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with it. Yes, that's where the infamous image of the Alliance and Reserve of the Expanded Universe came from. It came from the spoiler jihad. It took us almost 2 years to recover from that debacle.
Yep.
And if I have to be honest, the EU movement was stronger in the beginning than it is now, because it should have been. If we had a spoiler jihad today, the EU movement would have been crushed. If there was a spoiler jihad, but now because of the Phantom Menace, the death of the EU movement was accelerated. I mean, we had so much going. I mean, all of our hard work is now in jeopardy because of this. That is why I have an anti-Phantom Menace stance of us being part of the EU community, because it's going to tear our community apart, and Lucasfilm is not going to want to, freaking work with us. I mean, why would a business want to work with people who aren't customers? I mean, I'm not pro capitalism, but I'm just saying that that's how things work under the system that we live. That we have to freaking work within the system that we have in order to get what we want. And Legends, we have to be freaking polite to Disney to some extent. We don't have to bootlick them and freaking worship the ground they walk on. But for crying out loud, the least we can do is, you know, actually try to be civil as much as possible.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Hidalgo's hostility towards you know, Star Wars fans is mostly because of freaking how toxic the fan base has been.
Yeah.
No, I actually do think Hidalgo might have some legitimate grievances with the Star Wars community. I'm not defending Hidalgo. I'm not defending Hidalgo or anything, but maybe that's why.
Yep. Literally. And yeah, I mean, okay, call Ryan Johnson, Chuck Wendig, and Hidalgo freaking terrible people that are like literally doing all sorts of attacking. And
But what's the worst thing that Chuck Wendig and Ryan Johnson did? Ryan Johnson directed a terrible Star Wars movie, and Chuck Wendig made Star Wars novels that were so bad that there's freaking memes of them.
And they also make stuff like the Crystal Star look like Citizen Kane.
I mean, seriously. I mean, Chuck Wendig did say some, did go on some an SJW rant. You know, when Aftermath was released, but come on, does it warrant to harass these people 24/7? Come on.
No, it's not warranted.
I mean, okay, my hate. Okay, I'm not going to say that I wasn't angry. I didn't fucking go, you know, do things that were dumb. But come on, people, this is irrational at this point. That hatred for Disney Star Wars, that we're willing to side with a bunch of man children that freaking are still complaining about a movie 2 years later. If the Phantom Menace truly cared about the EU, they would have freaking sought an alternative to Disney Star Wars. They didn't.
And some are going to claim, after what you said, this Dark Snow, they're going to claim, oh, now they're searching for it with the expanded universe. What do you think of that?
I doubt these people are most of these people are subscribed to Matt. They don't care about the EU. They're doing it because he's part of the Phantom Menace.
Or Ryan Kino's introduction.
Oh, and by the way, before you guys mentioned that Matt Wilkins said he was not part of the Phantom Menace, I'm sorry, but he is. Sorry. He literally is part of the Phantom Menace. Due to his actions, him defending the Phantom Menace, literally, and standing up to them in several occasions, and giving them back to his longtime viewers. Yeah. Oh, and also appearing in a Little Lighting live stream today, by the way. So, yeah, and commenting Geeks and Gamers. Yeah, he's a Phantom Menacer. Sorry.
Also, him actually siding with the attackers who attacked, you know, a member of a charity over the victim.
Marietta. Yeah.
Yeah. Matt Wilkins literally sides with bullies, which makes his entire video about cyberbullying completely empty and insulting to people who've actually
even more
suffered being bullied. You know what? I've been bullied, but I could dish it out. I freaking have dealt with worse.
I think we all have been bullied here.
Oh yeah.
Fandom and in real life.
Yeah, my middle school years were not the best.
Yeah, it's like, Matt Wilkins, you're an SJW snowflake. And anyone that supports you is the exact same way. It's like, no one has any right to freaking say that we bullied Matt Wilkins when the stuff that we showed you is what actually happened.
Yes. And if you try if you try to say that all this is fake, that we fabricated and everything, first of all, how can we fabricate actual videos and Matt's voice? That will be fucking impossible, first of all. Second, another thing. As we've said many times in this podcast, the evidence is out there. And another thing to consider, viewers, when Matt said all of this stuff, did he actually provide any evidence, or he just spewed it out of his mouth? Because unlike Matt, we actually are showing actual evidence in this podcast. And there's timestamps for you to look for it. So don't you dare give us the excuse that you have no time to look for it. There's timestamps that show you the specific times in which, and specific things that you want to listen to it. Okay? So don't give us any excuses that either you couldn't listen to it, or what we're saying is lying or fabricated, or that we're just a bunch of haters. Don't give us that bullshit. Because if you do, then literally you have no ground for argument. And you're nothing but an actual hater and an actual cyberbully. That's what I'm going to say about that.
All right, so should we, for the rest of this podcast, should we respond to, I can't say supporters, his fanboys?
We already did that to some extent.
But like,
by the way, how
indirectly,
close are we to the end?
This is the end, actually.
I think we should do our closing thoughts.
Yes, closing thoughts. Yeah, do it. Guys, who first?
I will go last.
Okay. In that case,
All right.
Iron?
Like I said, don't go crying to us when the expanded universe is never continued because of the toxicity.
I'll go next. Even if it means not continuing. Okay, even if join the Phantom Menace, you must do what is proper for life. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Beta Creep?
I don't really have much to say. Like, this could be the end for the EU movement.
Okay. What I'm gonna say, well, I already said it, basically, that you have no argument to tell us that we have no evidence or that you couldn't actually watch this podcast, because we gave you all the tools to watch it and listen to it. So you literally have no argument. And if you try to do one to defend Matt Wilkins on this one, then I'm sorry, but you're literally a Matt Wilkins fanboy. Because this is actual evidence that we've shown you. Literally.
I got one more thing to say.
Okay. Aaron?
Matt, I now strip you of, and you have lost the right to be ever considered the face of the Star Wars EU community.
Wait.
I give that crown now to Tad Larkin.
I agree.
Okay, General, I got one more thing to say specifically.
Okay.
This is very important for you people. Just because we say stuff that you don't like doesn't mean it's harassment. I know this concept is hard to understand, but it isn't. Thank you.
Okay. Dark Snovia.
Matt Wilkins, you've taught me a valuable lesson, and I'm never again am going to blindly believe that someone that I looked up to is on my side, or that there's someone that they're not. I wish things did not turn out this way, but that's not how things are in reality. The way I did this video, I did it to have facts and evidence, and I could have done a few blasting videos on my channel, but I chose not to, because I know my history and I know the kind of people that I'm dealing with. And I've learned a valuable lesson from you, Jeremy, and Star Wars only, not to be rash. I wish things could have been different, Matt. And I did not want to do this originally, but you forced my hand when you did that Q&A, embarrassing me in front of thousands of viewers, and giving those people that I've been harassed for years the ammo and the okay to go after me. You basically made it so I'm not welcome in my own community that I was once a part of. I was forced to leave because I can't support a movement that supports a bunch of gatekeepers and cyberbullies, which is ironic with your video about online harassment. You are a two-faced and a hypocrite, and you have become the very thing that you dislike. You are an SJW, and as far as I'm concerned, you deserve everything that's coming to you. And that's all I have left to say, Matt. After this podcast, I'm never again gonna go to your videos or read any comments that you leave in my videos.
Yeah, indeed.
And you know what? I'm glad I did this podcast because now, in a way, I'm free. I'm free to do the content that I want to do, and it's all thanks to you, Matt Wilkins. As a result of what you did, I also have disassociated myself with every Star Wars Facebook page. I've unliked all of them, except Mandalore, because I consider him the only legitimate, really, EU, voice at this point, because you lost that for me the moment you sided with the Fandom Menace over a charity worker being harassed.
Yes.
You have no integrity.
Dusty.
And you value celebrity worship over your morals. I would rather be hated by most of the Star Wars fandom and have integrity than be
Agreed.
a sellout like you. And I'm done. I have nothing else to say.
Okay. See you guys next time.